What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
Live again.
Howdy, howdy. Ah,
Let's see everybody in the chat. Chad and Aaron and Russ. He said,
sorry, I was reading through the comments on the other video.
yeah, and if you're wondering what that's all about on the Monday live stream, the Death Nut Challenge, Death Nuts left comments on the live stream. Holy crap, it's Graham. He's alive out there.
Hey, Graham.
Hey, Graham, Ellie, Aaron, Chad, Russ. Russ, I saw what you read about the aftermath of the next day. I'm glad you're doing better on the next day than I was, or am. Joe's in the house as well.
What's up, Joe?
Well, Brian's in the house. Hey, Brian.
Hey, everyone.
Brian, what's up, Brian?
Everyone, he says.
Well, you just read off their names. That's who I'm referring to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Oh, and Paco. What's up, Paco?
I didn't see Paco. Hey, Paco.
Hey, Paco.
Let's see.
I suggest doing that, Russ. Put way too much LaQuesta on your chicken. You'll love it. Wait, I haven't done that yet. I only tried it in powder form.
Yeah, it's good on chicken.
Everything's good on chicken. Charles's sauces are great on chicken. Rob Blumberg's super hot powder is awesome on chicken. All of Dave's powders are good on chicken, but I haven't tried the LaQuesta yet. I did Crimson Blaze and Twisted Sunrise.
I also did it in spaghetti, too, so it's very good in spaghetti. And on pizza and hamburger. And it's on a lot of good, it's on food, good food in general. Good.
Devon's in the house.
What's up, Devon? You want to try some Death Nuts?
I don't think he's going to want to try him. He saw me yesterday in the pain I was in.
That's hilarious. Graham says, hello, people. Nobody delete me from the chat. You understand? Love y'all. I'm still working. Just listen for a while. And then Chad responds with, tempting, Graham.
My man sauce. It's not good on chicken.
Okay. Everything's good on chicken. Oh. Okay. Maybe not that shit then. Oh, man. Guess I didn't read that one right. I thought it was the man missing the comma. Sauce is not good on chicken. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Never tried that, but you say so. We'll go with Graham's suggestion. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Scott.
So, Mr. Russ, how are you feeling this fine day? Is your aftermath left you?
I think he said the aftermath was gone after the next day.
Yeah, I wanted to hear if it's still affecting him in any way. Because, yeah, level 3, that was more than enough for me to go all the way.
But as I said on Monday, I'm really proud of you, Rob. Seriously, I'm not joking. That's very good. Because I'm pretty sure Russ is thinking, why the hell did I have to open the other two windows?
Jillian's in the house.
But it was very entertaining. Thanks again. It was a hell of a birthday chat live stream for me. I had a good time. So I know that you are not having a good time now, Rob, but I had a hell of a good time on Monday.
Yeah, it was a good show. Except for that little part of getting overheated a little. Okay, a lot of it. Haha, joke.
I didn't get overheated.
Yeah. No, I was fine.
I was trying to drink enough to get overheated, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I didn't drink that much either.
So somebody somewhere should acquire another pack of these for each of you guys so you can try them. I took it like a boss. I don't know about that, but you did a whole lot better than I did. So,
Yeah, that would
uh,
get a hell of a lot of views on YouTube. We should do Russ and Rob Z like a boss, and just put that in the title, and then get that like a boss music put in the background like a boss, and then just have them going doing the Death Nut challenge. See how many views you get on that one.
yeah, you could take and edit out all the rest of the stuff, and I guess you could make it look good and put it up as a separate video.
Sure.
That's not peanut challenge. Yeah, even Russ thinks it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think we should wait until Blumberg gets to get his package from Eber. I'm curious to see how Blumberg takes it.
I think he'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Think he'll, think he'll do a video on it?
There's a chance.
I hope so.
I'm gonna keep on him until he does.
Oh, congrats, Graham. That's awesome. 26. So that's what, only 8 more days. Sweet. So a week from tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the last few days waiting for those keys just take forever.
Oh, yeah. And don't even bother asking for them early. They will not give them to you. It's the same thing like when you buy a car and you're doing like a third party lender and they're like, well, they're sending you the check. You know, could I just get the keys? They're like, no, give me a check in my hand. We'll cash that thing. Then you can have the keys.
I actually got my keys to this house 2 days early, 2 days before everything went in for closing and everything, because I had a second inspector come in and double check to make sure everything was all right.
Yeah, I think I got mine early. Now, what I didn't get was the key to my mailbox, which was another whole ordeal because I had to go to the post office branch get those. This is a community, one of those community mailboxes. That
Yep.
was a pain, but and then Julian's been on an expedition this week with sand. I go through that expedition regularly, Julian.
But
There's a,
Beauregard's Inferno Strawberry Fury La Cuesta never had so many different peppers before. Yeah, you're expanding your horizons.
well, at
And
least
you'll get like me and you'll want more.
you're on a pretty good heat level. I guarantee you that with all that stuff. All
Yeah.
those pretty good heat level.
Yeah, that strawberry fury. Man. It's good if you just throw it on a spoon, but it's so much better when you eat it with food. Like all the flavors just pop.
Yeah, there's a few strawberries in there.
Love
I'm being,
strawberry.
I'm being sarcastic. There's a lot of strawberries.
Is there?
A lot of strawberries.
I figured there's a ton.
Yeah. Anything with the Beauregards, there's a lot of blueberries. Blueberries and blueberry juice and lots of blueberry stuff going in that. That's it. That's all I'm going with that. Salt and pepper. Well, you just have to figure out the rest.
Well, Devon never answered back as to whether or not he wants the next set of those nuts.
Oh, that means yeah then.
Yes.
I believe that's what that means on this live stream.
It'd be interesting to get a video of Devon, Adam, and Alex all trying them. But it'd have to be a while because Alex is taking off for drill this weekend.
For what?
Drill?
Uh,
You know, that one weekend a month and 2 weeks a year thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's his weekend.
and never did it. The guy I worked with did that stuff, but not me. I have issues with drill sergeants yelling at you and stuff. I'd be yelling back, and then next thing you know, I'd be kicked out.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That Arlie Ermy, he died a couple days ago
What? Oh,
from,
I love that guy.
from Full Metal Jacket and a bunch of other movies. And he was in Vietnam and
The was it the Frighteners with Michael J. Fox? He was the drill sergeant in the cemetery,
yeah,
or I guess military guy in the cemetery. I love that guy. Damn it, he died this what, just a couple days ago?
a couple days ago.
Is he sure the owner of the Comedy Store just died this week?
Yeah, what? Well, Barbara Bush died yesterday.
Yeah.
And you had
I got a funny story about Barbara Bush if you want to hear it later.
sure. Then who else? Oh, the guy from Night Court, the judge from Night Court.
Oh no, Harry Anderson?
Harry Anderson died too.
No, that was one of my all-time favorite shows, man.
Yeah.
Bull Shannon and John Larroquette and was it Marky Post?
Yep. So yeah, we lost a lot of people this week.
And pretty soon everybody's going to start yelling about how 2018 is the worst year ever, like they did last year when a bunch of people died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bull Shannon. I can't remember what his real name was, but who was the guy that Harry Anderson was always admiring? Was that Frank Sinatra? I believe he was always saying "old blue eyes."
Yeah. It's been so many years since I've watched that show.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it since like the early '90s.
I thought that was on the 23rd, Julian. I think the 23rd is when they said the world's going to end.
Who was that?
I don't know, some cult,
Oh,
whatever it is. I don't know. I just call them a cult, even if they're not.
they're always right about the world ending. 2012, 2007, was it 2010? They're always saying stuff.
So we're no longer Devon,
Yep.
the Pepper Pup. But at least you find humor in this, Devon. Because I don't know this putts thing that would get to a lot of people.
Oh, he logs into my other live stream last night, and I'm looking at the chat and read the name, the Pepper Putts. Is that who I think that is? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't even see his comment because I was looking for Devon.
The Pepper Putts.
And Chad corrected me. It's not what Frank Sinatra. It was Mel Torme.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't think it was Frank Sinatra. That's why I was asking, because I believe he was calling him Blue Eyes, but that's what they usually call Frank Sinatra. I think that's why my mind went there.
So, Devin, do you want the rest of these death nuts?
And then live in infamy on the internet.
Blue Eyes was Frank, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Mel Torme had blue eyes too. I believe.
when Netflix, when you could order DVDs, I don't know if you can still do that anymore, but they had the whole Night Court series on DVD, and I started going through them. No, but I would try one possibly. Well, there's only four in there. There's three of number four and one great big number five one. I want the box. You know, it's like a trophy type thing, but um, yeah. Lost track, but yeah, I can bring them in. Lona, the first season of Night Court, or is it I Own? Okay. What? I kind of lost track here. Okay. They and that's what they say. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, says I am. Hello, I am back. Welcome back. Space City Peppers is in the house. I keep
Hey,
forgetting.
Matt.
Huh?
Hey, Matt.
Matt. Okay. Hey, I'm getting better at showing up on time. Yeah. No, actually, Matt, you're like 15 minutes late. Haha, joke, joke. I'm kidding. We were actually early tonight, weren't we? BB's in the house.
Early but late.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it early.
We were on early rev time. How's that?
That sounds good.
Let's see. That's me at my daily 8 a.m. meeting, Matt. I'm getting better at showing up on time.
You don't want to do that. It's better to be late to my live stream than it is to your meeting. I know from past experience.
Poof, I am now Matt. Or I'm now Matt. That works.
Yeah.
What's up? How did you feel the next day from the Death Nut Challenge? Batman's in the house. What's up, guys?
Oh, man. That name Devon's gonna screw with me. Every time I see that, I think of Pucker Butts.
Pucker Butts. The Pepper Butts.
I honestly don't mind the nickname. I know Rob doesn't actually have a negative implication as far as people go. He's a really good guy. Well, thanks. And no negative connotations to it.
All right, Devon, I would like to know how much money he paid you before you came on the live stream to say that. That seems like a very prepared answer. Is it raise week this week?
No. That's just how he normally is.
Giving you a whole shiny new nickel per hour.
That says, so for all you guys out there growing peppers, what's your favorite sweet pepper or low heat pepper?
Ahi. Oh, go ahead.
No, anything ahi.
For me, it'd be monkey face. Hands down, one of the best damn peppers ever. I'm growing the red and yellow. So if you like anything in the jalapeno to serrano level heat, perfect. And it's sweet. You see, if you look on PLC, Marty just did a review on PLC or everything hot and spicy. He did that a couple of days ago on everything hot and spicy. He just posted it on PLC. So yeah, very good pepper.
I've never tried a monkey face, so maybe this will be a year for that.
Oh, you're gonna try one. I'll get them going. You'll have some.
Cool.
They're doing pretty good so far. So
As far as my favorite sweet or low heat one would probably be a shishito. Because I can sit and eat those just one after another.
That's the answer I wanted to hear from you, Rob. You know what the answer was?
But
Something that said not ahi lemon drop.
well, these low heat, I consider the lemon drop to be a medium type heat,
Oh, okay. I guess everybody's heat level is different.
or maybe a mild versus a really mild.
Yeah, I think that's all the ahis are low level heat to me. They're like 30 grand.
Yeah, 30 to 60 somewhere in there.
It's low. Half
Yeah,
a habanero.
yeah, I consider those mild and yeah. Let's see here. I have to second that. Rob is absolutely amazing. My voice text did not add the extra beat. Well, that's cool. Thanks, Graham. Matt says monkey face. Sounds familiar. Okay, so do the here's a picture of it.
Who? Face?
Huh?
Oh, that's what the comment was. About
No,
the
I was saying here's a picture of it. Like somebody else likes to show pepper pictures on his live streams.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got a picture of my monkey face. It used to be my little avatar thing for a while.
That's hilarious, Graham.
Lemon drop does have heat, but it's not. Hey, at the pepper pots. Okay. So, well, since everybody is so curious to know, well,
That's my best monkey face last year.
oh, okay.
It looks like the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter,
Yeah. Okay.
and really, really, really good pepper.
I haven't. Am I weird? I haven't watched any of the Harvey Popper movies.
Harvey Popper, Harry Potter, whatever they call
I yeah, I don't know. There's little kids in them or something. I don't know.
them. But I watch those kind of things.
They were. It was on in the background at the restaurant I was working at, and all I know, I couldn't keep up with it because I was working. But all I knew was I was cheering for that bad guy the whole time. So
Chad has 7 blooming shishitos right now. Mine are about 4 inches tall, and I think I've got 8 of them.
I think I killed mine.
I haven't had one pop up from seed yet. I had a pile of seeds, and I've tried every year, and not one has popped up.
I'm pretty sure that's one of 23.
Well,
Well, they're not dead, but they're really vines and not plants because they were fighting for light in the canopy of 200. So they don't look so hot. Maybe I'll be able to pull something on my butt and it'll work, but I don't think so. So we'll see. Like I said, I may not be growing shishitos, purple UFO, and 21 others this year that I thought it was.
Devon says our jalapeno peppers, most people know those, and will freak out seeing someone munch away.
Or they won't because they see those stupid varieties they sell at your local box store that's a jalapeno with no heat. Man, that makes me mad. It's not like it's a habanero with no heat. That would be one thing. Then I'd be like, well, now the normal person can eat a habanero and like have the taste but not the heat. But it's only a jalapeno.
What's a Jimmy Nardello?
I think that's one of my 23 too. I'm pretty positive that's 23 as well.
Aren't they like a big old pepper?
Yeah, they're fairly good size.
Or I guess I should say a big old pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the seeds I gave you, Chad.
Yeah, because
Chad can make them pop up, not me.
well, my seeds I got from the the bunch of shishitos that Devon brought over, and I dehydrated. I saved the seeds in those, and every one that I put in has come up.
Oh, speaking of came up, I got where's Blumberg at? It's not here yet.
Yeah, he may be here a little bit later. He's been working in the yard.
Well, he gave me the Kangstar white tie, and I just had 2 out of 4 pop up on them.
That's good.
Jimmy Nardello is an Italian frying pepper. It's supposed to taste like a crisp apple. Wow, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, would have been awesome if it's not one of the dead ones.
Or the sweet apple. I've never had one of those, but I've seen Dave do reviews on them. He sent me seeds, and they popped up, and I got a pod. So I took it to work, and my buddy Jake, he was just getting into peppers and everything, and I'm like, yeah, man, let's try this together. And he's like, what is it? I'm like, they call it a sweet apple. I've seen a review on it. It's supposed to be like a really good sweet pepper. And he's like, all right, yeah, heck with it. Let's do it. This is also the guy that ate one of the Reapers that I actually had. But so he's not like afraid of heat or anything. So I cut that thing in half, popped the seeds out because I wanted to save them. And we both tried them, and it was like 4 bites in, and half my jaw went numb. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I told Dave about it. He's like, what'd they look like? And I described them, and he was like, yeah, that's definitely not a sweet apple. He's like, I don't know what you got, and he named off like all these really hot peppers. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's why like my jaw started going numb a little bit there. I was expecting something sweet, but nope. That thing was really hot.
Had planted 8 more Sugar Rush from Brando. I am so far behind in the game. No, I'm kidding.
What kind of Sugar Rush?
My planting days are done. There ain't no more planting except transplanting for me. All seed starting is done for this year.
Same here. I only did the white tie. Well, 2 reasons. A, Blumberg sent them to me, so I wanted to make sure I got a couple of them. And B, it's got Kangstar's name on there, and you can bet I'm gonna make a couple YouTube videos with Kangstar's name and title, so I can get that Kang bump.
I missed it. Kyle's in the house. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really gonna pull anything out of my butt. Maybe Friday, on Friday's show. Let's see.
Oh, tune in then. Until then, what will it be? But yeah, Chad, what kind of Sugar Rush did you get from Brando? Sugar Rush Red, Sugar Rush Peach, Sugar Rush Cream? That's all I know.
Denton Pepper Farm. Okay. Jimmy Nardello is very good for sweet pepper. The sweet apples are awesome. That is the well worth growing. I can send anyone seeds for them if they want to try the sweet apples. Huh.
An awesome.
I just acquired some sweet apples from William, or Bill on PLC. Of course, that's going to be on till probably next grow season.
Yeah, and what's up, Denton Pepper Farm? I don't think I've said hi to you yet.
I think I did. If I didn't, hey, I know I read his name. Hopefully it's a him. Well, my MOA Scotch bonnet is on its last legs. It's not. I don't think it's going to make it till spring to go out. It's lost probably 80% of its leaves so far.
Whoa! Congrats, Cal. Well, I hope that's what you wanted.
Yes.
But
I just found out my wife is pregnant a few weeks ago. Cool.
I mean, even if it's not something you wanted, coming anyway.
Yep. Congratulations.
It's
and Denton Pepper Farms is him, Rob.
It is a him. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. I've been getting my house ready to sell also. Oh.
Boy, talk about 2 of the most stressful things you could do at one time.
No kidding. What's the third to make it the trifecta?
I was gonna say sell your vehicle, but that usually goes pretty seamlessly.
That'd be funny if it comes up in the chat. Oh, also, we're selling our truck.
I guess buying a truck would be more
Oh, yeah,
stressful,
I guess so, yeah.
especially once you first get that first payment that you have to send in. You're like, oh crap, that was real. By the
Ah,
way, I will never buy a freaking vehicle like that ever again. Oh, awesome note. I drove for the very first time. I've never before in my life drove a Jeep Wrangler, and I did today.
What'd you think?
I only drove it like 40 miles, 20 miles both ways, I guess. Um, I don't exactly have an opinion. It was very, very nice. It's my sister's, and it is all decked out. Like, I mean, it's got a tire pressure thing right on the dash and everything. Tells you the exact tire pressure. It was saying that they were out of pressure. I left, and the front driver was at 30 psi. They wanted 35, and by the time I got across the bridge, it was already up to 32 psi. I guess from the heat. But it was nice. It took me like 3 miles to figure out how to put down the window. That was funny.
Yeah, Chad does have a point. If they give them the news, there's twins.
Yeah, that'll do it. But the good thing about that, you got 2 kids, but it's kind of like you only had one pregnancy and like raising one. I don't want to say raising one kid, but you know what I mean. It's like you did it only one time, even though there's two. Like a twofer.
It sounds good in the live chat, but it's not as easy as what he's just made it out to be. Oh, yeah, just twins. There's just two this and two, yeah.
Well, I mean, 2 parents, 2 kids. It makes sense.
Oh, sure, it makes, yeah, but it's a lot. There's a lot more stress.
I'm pretty sure if you have one kid or you have 2 kids, I'm pretty sure your stress level will be off the chart.
I mean, my friend had triplets, and it just, oh my God, that house, that's always a fun experience. Charles, 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 Charles. It's like everybody wants attention at the same time. And just like, it's like you're, I don't know, it's just, oh, it's a lot. And I just go in there occasionally. So, just imagine. And then, yeah, I always know I'm at the right house, though, is at their little mud area or whatever else. If I see three, they're all 3 girls. So if there's 3 of the same boot, all in the front, I know it's the right house. I've always forever forget. I'm like, well, there's the 3 boots or 3 whatever.
Jeez, Chad, that's
2
pretty
sets
great.
of twins? Oh my.
Well, I guess that's game over on the kid game after that. You can just snip, snip, and you're done. Unless you're one of those people that really wanted a baby girl or a baby boy and only got girls or only got boys.
IG. What is IG?
Instagram.
Oh, I don't have that.
Me either. Goes out some crazy bleeding crosses. Instagram. Guthrie's.
Gutherization?
Gutherization. Okay.
Nah. I've been locked out of my Instagram account. I
Again?
have it as an app on my phone. I put the password in, and it was good for quite a while. And then one day I went there, and it was like, "Please enter your password." And I was out of the house, and I'm like, I don't remember what password I used. So I haven't been back on Instagram yet. Actually, let me see if I can get on. I bet it'll ask me for my password then.
Well, Matt said you could still look at it with without Instagram. Let's see.
Nope. Please enter your password. Oh, I can log in with Facebook. Thanks, Instagram. Yeah, that'll happen.
Another thing that you don't use often.
No, I haven't been on Facebook since March 2013. Well, I was on there twice, but that was only to go to Dave's Grown at Home in West Virginia's page and whatever, it was some business thing he put up. I noticed I had whatever the message thing is, it was like 27 messages or whatever. I was like, ignore, just go to Dave's page, and then I logged out real quick.
But yeah, those are cool, Matt. I like the bleeding one that has a whole stem that's red. Pretty trippy.
Okay, show and tell time.
Here, let me get this picture if it pops up. Like this, everything's red.
Well, that's kind of weird, but cool.
I like those stems. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then like this one, it kind of has that nade look to it. Nade. I can't say that pepper right ever.
Yeah, I can only read it, like read it. I can't pronounce it. And every time I read it, I say it a different way. Naive.
Look at it. Look at what's going on with that Reaper. Whatever the hell. That's like something went off and it's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to eat that pepper.
He says he's sending it to you next week. I'm joking. Those are pretty good though. I like this one. This is my favorite. The hell is that? Bubblegum 7. Look at this thing. This thing's trip. It's like yellow with greenish brown.
That is one gnarly looking pepper.
That looks really
cool. It looks like a dart frog or something.
Graham, nah, I'm not going to get a new car. I bought a used vehicle. No. Wow, it was a 2001. I bought it in 2002. That was the last new vehicle I bought. And then in 2008, I got my 2006. And that's as technologically advanced as I'm getting with a vehicle. So that's a little bit too technical than I want to be. You got all your crank position sensors and cam position sensors and all that stuff.
Well, it's like the tire pressure thing, the sending unit in my truck. Anytime I have the tires taken off and put back on, they have to replace that unit. And that unit's $125 a pop.
You talking about the sensor in the wheel?
Yeah, the tire pressure sensor.
You need to get a new tire shop. They're just messing up your tire sensor and then charging you for it. At least that's what all the mechanics I've been seeing doing it. Because actually, the mechanic dude I watched, that South Main Auto guy, I watched his wife change her own tires on her Honda, and she's got the tire pressure sensors in there. And that's what he kept saying, like, don't hit the tire pressure sensor. Like, I forget what he was saying they were. Probably about the same price, but, you know, less for him. Probably like $100 for him or something like that because he's a shop. But I thought you meant the receiving unit. Like, oh, I guess it's not a receiving. No, it would be a receiving unit.
No, each tire has a sending unit in it, or each wheel does.
Yeah, they got the sensor inside the wheel. And whenever you take off the wheel, you have to make sure that that's positioned like 180 degrees. So whenever you put your bar in there and you take your tire off, the spot with the sensor is the last place to make it to where the bar is. But I don't know. I don't know if they just go bad or what. I know they do go bad. I've seen that a lot too.
Yeah, when I had these tires put on, they told me it was mandatory to take and replace them, that as soon as they took them off, they were shot.
Actually, I was just about to say, like, A, do you have caps on your tires? But I imagine you do, on your valve stems. But I imagine you do. And then I was thinking, well, maybe it's because you live in the cold. That guy is in upstate New York. So he's probably, like, same temperatures and all that stuff.
Okay, Matt says, yeah, that's called a bleeding bubblegum pot. They found a 7 pot that has bleeding stem and called it a bleeding bubblegum. Then started crossing all kinds of peppers to it. Interesting. My Carolina Reaper was 4 years old, and not once did I ever get a pod. I'm about to try again. Try again.
My Reaper, I started that November 1st at like 2:30 in the morning last year for the Reaper contest on PLC. It's still going in my kitchen window. Although it was big, I cut it all the way down. It was only like about this big. But now I have like it looks like two plants growing off the side of it. But I haven't got a pot either. And the year before, I grew two plants, and I only got two pods. One was a little crappy one, and one my buddy tried.
Hashtag bleeding bubblegum pod for Todd. I don't know about that one either. Nobody's got one right now, so I don't have to worry about that.
So anybody out there in the chat, do you have a bleeding
Say
bubblegum
no.
pod?
Say no.
Because apparently when Rob says nobody out there has one, that means I would, but I can't get my hands on one.
Say no. Started my Reaper November 1st for PLC and already harvested 3 pods off it. Cool.
That for this year's? Because I was talking about, I started mine for last year, so I started mine November 1st, 2016.
Yeah, it hadn't been last year because there's no Reaper contest this year.
Have a good night, Chad. Thanks for joining us.
Later, Chad.
This year's there's Scotch Brains, Scotch Bond in any variety.
Dorset Naga.
Dorset Naga, and you could do the bonsai, but the bonsai could technically be anything. So I guess you could use a Reaper for a bonsai, but that's only the contests that are going this year.
But the bonsai isn't. It's more about like how you structure the plant, not about how many pods you get off the plant, right?
Right. I mean, the way I'm looking at it is, is growing the plant until X date. And then you transfer it back in and doing, you can do whatever you want structure-wise, but just you want to get it so it looks big, and you put it in that small bonsai pot for the picture. Because that's what they're going by. They're judging on what the appearance of your bonsai looks like. So it's all aesthetics. It's just what it's looking like.
And Aaron, I would be very leery about saying that in this chat room.
I've learned that one very much. Yeah.
Yeah. If you say someone send me a hot pepper and I'll eat it, there's probably someone in the chat that will send you a hot pepper.
Yeah, like a bunch of peppers showing up on my door unannounced, and there's a chocolate bootleg in it. Oh.
Yeah, but you haven't had the good bootleg yet, Rob. You got to try a DM. You haven't experienced any bootleg until you had a DM.
But what I've been hearing about the DM strains, that they are excessively hot, even for the other ones, because the way I can never remember.
It's one of the hottest I've had. It's definitely way up there. And I took it in slivers because it's hot and it's oily. Got a good flavor at first, and then of course it's a chocolate pod. So you say what you will about chocolate pods.
There you go. Look, Matt in the chat hooks it up. Oh, it cracks me up.
BD, that's gonna be the DM.
Yeah, I haven't tried a bootla, and as far as chocolate bootla, I'm not trying that. I'm pretty done with all the chocolate pods. I didn't like them.
Now, if you look at Scoville and whatever else, if you can get your hands on the orange one, that one's supposed to be really good too, but that's hard to come by. So if you can get that orange one, I think it's orange. It's orange. I think it was orange you tried on that one.
What is the bootla? That's a ghost and a dougla cross?
Yeah.
I've tried a dougla, a Butch T cross with dougla. And I've tried a lot of ghost. Red, orange, yellow.
Scott says, a lot of us are growing them this year, Rob. We will hook you up. Uh-oh.
I just put one in a 5 gallon today. So I have another one in a tent. I have a couple other kinds too, because I have the. Uh, see which one else do I have? I can't. There's so many little. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, that would be pretty hot, Matt. I mean, if you think about it, that's a boot, which is a ghost, crossed with a Dougla, and then you got a Butch T crossed with a Reaper, and then you got both of those two parties combined together. So that's a lot of hot parties all combined.
Whoever crossed that was thinking evil.
Matt says, I have an orange Trinidad Maruga Scorpion about to pot out too. My red one is still putting pods on right now, but they're so small. They're not even the size of a marble. So hopefully this spring when they go out, I'll get a good harvest out of them. Out of
So,
it.
so have you started all your others, Rob?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd say probably the majority of them have sprouted and are pushing, maybe 3 inches tall right now.
Okay.
So I should have a good amount of peppers this year, hopefully.
Cool.
Unless something goes wrong again.
I'm hoping for the best too.
Yeah, if it ever stops snowing here, that is.
What snow?
That white stuff that came down a few weeks ago there.
We didn't have snow here a couple weeks ago.
Okay, a few weeks ago. Yeah, it snowed for like 5 hours today. And the temperature was like 33 degrees, 34. And the snow was coming down, hitting the ground and melting right away. So it was more like it was raining. So it didn't accumulate to anything, but just to look out the window and see it still coming down.
We had more snow here this year than any time I ever remember in the last 18 years, and that was a total of probably 4 days worth of snow, two snowfalls. Maybe it's five.
Well, they're talking 60s here by Monday.
They say a lot of things. They're probably just saying that to make you happy. Fine, you want 70? I'll just tell you 70. Does that make you guys happy?
Yeah, no, it's only going to be 46. I'll say it's 70.
Yes. I'm telling you, that video is hilarious.
What was the name of that video, Charles? That way everybody else can watch it.
Let's look at it. I watched that damn thing so many times. Then look at my history.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I have it right here.
It is Gary Frank's Weather Rant, 4/10/18, from Fox 17 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So kind of near Rob's neck of the woods. Sort of, right?
About 600 miles.
Okay. Closer than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gary with two R's. This Garry Franks FRANK''S Weather Rant 4/10/18. From Fox 17 WXMI Grand Rapids. Has about 2 million views so far in like 6 or 7 days.
That's because of the very end, what you said earlier.
It's
Terrifying.
Yep. Good video to watch.
That was good.
I guess. Oh, hold on. Oh, my dude.
That's pretty good, Graham. That's about, I think it was 2 degrees warmer than that here.
63 today.
Here you go. This is even easier. I posted the link in the chat.
There you go. If you want to laugh, watch that video.
Let's find out if it works.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It works.
Sweet. Charles has a magic touch. I don't think Susan's ever got a link to actually be a good link in the chat for some reason. Or myself. I've never had a good link. Or no, I think Susan posted something. I went to the source, copied, and pasted it in, and that worked one time, but that was it.
Yeah, this video is how a lot of northern people are feeling. Rob said. He said this is, putting it mildly, this rant.
Yeah.
I'll do that to you.
We should be good to go as far as planting here in my area by Mother's Day.
Yeah, we were supposed to be good here 3 days ago, and it's still bouncing all over the place.
Dave was saying something about mudslides in his area.
Yeah, it's been like a really rainy year this winter. Like, we're at the highest I've ever seen the water level here before. I mean, I live in low-lying areas with swamps and stuff, but they're higher than I've ever seen them. Well, excluding a hurricane, the day after a hurricane. But you've never been through a hurricane. What a fun experience. Much better than a snowstorm.
We have to wait a few years again. I'm hoping for at least 5 to 7 more years or longer. That's what I'm going for.
Was it 06 and 011? I think were the only two somewhat bad ones that we had.
Bet you 011 was, because that's a hell of a lot of numbers after whatever year you're trying to say. 011.
Yeah, 2011.
Oh, okay.
I know. I made that same remark the first time I heard someone saying that, and then I looked at the actual year, and I'm like, oh, I guess that'll work. It's not how you're used to, but I lost my work truck in 2011. I would have bought that truck, to be perfectly honest. The starter went out because the water level came up high enough, and the starter got flooded. But they had to tow it, and because there was a storm, they totaled thousands and thousands of vehicles. It was kind of like what was the one there in Texas just recently?
Which one?
The last one where you got a whole ton of flooding.
That was last year.
Yeah, was that Harvey or?
Harvey.
I never remember the storm names. But no, I've been seeing tons of people that buy insurance. What do they call that? Insurance. Totaled.
What insurance?
Yeah, they're like insurance totaled vehicles. Like the insurance company totals them, and these people buy them. They pull out all the carpets and steam clean them and everything, and go over everything, replace all the fluids, and they got a brand new vehicle, a year old, and the water only came up to like the bottom of the seat or whatever, and they'll pull the seats out, go to the junkyard, buy 2 new seats, and shampoo the carpets and go through everything, and pretty good. Kind of makes me want to get in that game. Seen a bunch of wrecked ones too. Like I saw a Jeep Rubicon where it got hit in the rear end, or not the rear end, but it got kind of T-boned in the rear tire, and the rear axle needed replaced. I think a quarter panel needed replaced. That's a bad example because they had to do a bunch of body or framework on it. But there was other ones where it was just like the whole front end was messed up and the front of the frame was messed up. So they went to the junkyard and bought a new frame, brought it back home, and just took everything, the tub and everything right off of the old Jeep, put it right back on the new Jeep, replaced the hood, the fenders, and they were good to go. Like a brand new Jeep all over again.
Worst winter on record we had here was 2008. Okay. Let's see. B, very funny. Watched it a dozen times this week.
I have.
I brought up the Pepper Lovers song again the other night and sat and watched it like 5 times.
I looked at the hot sauce train from Derek. That picture just is crazy. You know, from Crazy Kimberlin.
Mm-hmm.
He had every hot sauce that he had going along on the kitchen countertop. Just go look. I mean, look at that picture. I mean, it's just like that's a lot of hot sauce.
And Matt, that depends on whether the vehicle was running or not. Most of them that I saw, they weren't running when they got flooded. So there was no way for the water to get into the block. I think the only way it would be able to get in is through the oil dipstick, through the oil fill, or the crankcase pressure relief.
PCV valve.
That's it. So it shouldn't be able to. I mean, if water could get in when it comes up to the bottom of the seat, that means your oil's getting out too. And that would be much worse.
Well, Devon says, I hope the test of the show goes well. I'm jetting off. Got to get up early. Alrighty, Putz. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Later on, we'll see you in that video where you're eating the death nuts.
That's the last 2 windows.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Put it on video. Yeah.
And label it the pepper putts
Tackles the death nuts.
tackles the last 2 windows in Death Nut Challenge.
Yeah, I guess water could get up through the exhaust and make it into the engine, but that would be a lot higher than the seat, because that would have to go all the way through muffler, the catalytic, all that stuff, make it all the way up through the exhaust manifolds, and then make it into the engine, assuming that the exhaust valve, I mean, obviously at least, 2 exhaust valves would be open at that point, no matter what, but no, it could happen, but these guys all drained the whole, every fluid in the entire vehicle. Every differential gets dropped, all the oil. And, I don't know. They've been having really good luck. At least the ones I'm watching. I mean, I wonder how many vehicles they buy. Like, oh, this is my 6.1, and this is the only one that ran. Might have been a lot of that kind of movie magic, but.
And BD for the hyping up a Bohemian Goat, it doesn't take much. That is one awesome pepper. So, that if you haven't grown the Bohemian Goat, I really highly suggest you growing a Bohemian Goat.
Yep. I have one that's 3 years old. The Pepper Putt says, is the shop liable for funeral costs when I die? No.
No, you did it on your own volition.
Yes.
Yep. I just put it in front of you. You're the one who ate it.
Yeah, he'll make you sign a waiver at work tomorrow.
Well, not only that, the only thing I've ever heard from anybody bad results is apparently that guy that person that got headaches, which was the most extreme case I've ever heard. And other than that, just, irritation in the, guts or whatever and cap cramps. You'll be fine.
And then, BD, I sent you that orange bucking Baja sauce, correct? If I did, that's all Bohemian Goats. That's the only pepper that's in there. Is oranges and Bohemian Goats. So if you like that sauce, that's pretty much the flavor of a Bohemian Goat. Oh, okay. He's saying hyping it up, meaning it's the hottest pepper out there. No. Yeah. That's the wrong island. You need to go to Trinidad. That's one of the hottest.
Yeah, my goat is nowhere near as hot as the scorpion is.
Oh no. No.
Or go to one of the Carolinas. South Carolina.
Or India.
What's the Indian one?
Hell, Ghost.
Yeah,
Yeah, boot.
the Butchalokia. Yeah. It's peachy colored habanero looking pod. You can also have lobes like a Scotch bonnet. Yep.
Yep.
I have the strawberry fury and the just peachy.
Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry, I couldn't remember which one of the sent you.
Gee, I sent out this one and this one, but wait a minute, which one did I put in the package? Oh yeah, well, they'll like it whichever one they get.
I've worried about that sometimes. I'm like, hope I got it all right. I'm pretty good about that.
Get an email. Charles, I ordered the mild one and you sent me this one. How mild is it? If you want mild, don't take a bite of that one.
If I ever did anything wrong, I'll send it. I'll send you the other one.
I
Yeah.
know, I'm just, point of view. If you want mild, don't take a bite out of that one or don't eat that one.
Yeah.
Uh, my stomach is still bugging me from Monday.
So no more death nuts for Rob.
Yeah, probably not. Well, Johnny Scoville made it look so easy, and saying that the hottest level would be like an 8 for a non-pepperhead.
Yeah.
If that's an 8 at level 3, what would his idea of a level 10 be for a non-pepperhead?
Read the second comment that Death Nuts left on that video.
All right, I'd have to go back and look at it. I just got over it a few hours ago. Wow. Well, I had dinner just before the show started, and this is the first thing I've eaten since those nuts. What about death fruits? That's an interesting idea. If you took some bananas and dehydrated them, and as you're dehydrating them, you take and put a little lemon juice on, put some laquiste on it, and let them dry down. That could be interesting because it fused right into it.
I would do the Crimson Blaze as far as the powder though.
Okay.
We're gonna go for death fruits.
Well, you could make it into like a challenge like the Death Nuts.
Yeah, good.
Aaron says, okay, bedtime for me. Good night, all. Good night, Aaron.
Good night, Aaron.
Thanks for joining us again, or joining us tonight. But Beana's fruits are usually so juicy. They're not like regular peanuts. Or I picked up a can of cashews just so I could try and experiment with some spacey cashews.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have any Crimson Blaze. I don't think I want any either.
It's really good. Good powder.
Well, every powder I've had from Dave has been simply awesome, so I don't have a problem believing you in that it's good. But Trollforge's video with those candy gelatin type things, that looked interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I saw it come up, but I haven't seen anything on it. Hey, Jared.
Yeah, hey Jared. BD says there's a crazy video on YouTube with a small lady in India eating as many ghost peppers as she can in a minute, then rubbing them all over her eyes for extra points in the Guinness World Records. She was trying to make a point that the heat of them wasn't bothering her, and so she was rubbing her eyes and then grabbed the peppers and rubbed them in her eyes. And At the time the video ended, she was, I believe it's the same one. She was all teared up, which would be normal. But yeah. Anyone thought of doing a fruity sauce like watermelon juice and ahi lemon pepper?
No,
Happy jalapeno. Hops and jalapenos. Like Russ says, seen that BD? Yeah, I've seen the video too. But watermelon juice, you probably have to add some xanthan gum or something like that to thicken it up a bit. It's almost 7:30 and the sun is still shining. Summer is nearly here. It's almost 9:30 here and it's pitch black out.
yep.
We got a heavy cloud cover too, so. But I like getting out of the shop and it's still light out. This winter's just been way too long.
Yeah, and to go on what you were saying, you do want the Crimson Blaze, Rob.
Dave's asked me when he first came out with it if I wanted to sample of it, and I turned him down.
You shouldn't have done that. You should have taken him up on that.
Well, Dave understands that my heat level and everything else, and didn't think I would enjoy it as well. And I'm just taking his word for it.
That's how you get your heat level up. You go for the hot stuff. That's what I did. He sent me. I only had jalapeno and some habanero salsa a couple times. Dave sent me that Allegheny City Farms. I put it on everything, and that habanero salsa, no heat whatsoever on that stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's like my favorite hot sauce. It tastes like vinegar.
Exactly.
I get no heat out of it anymore.
Yeah, most of those hot sauces you can buy in the store, they just taste like vinegar to me.
Yeah. So Jared says that if it would warm up, it was warm for 2 weeks, and now it's cooled back down to the 60s. I would like to have 60s. What exactly is it that you do at the shop other than grow peppers? I own the shop. I run the shop. I do everything else in the shop that Devon does and Alex does, plus a few more. Basically, run the place.
Gives them interesting nicknames. Makes them shoot videos.
Or hold the camera.
Hold the camera.
Video.
Try death nuts that he doesn't want to try. Those type of things.
Pickle challenge, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, what's a PDN cross with the SBJ7? So, Scotch bonnet, no. I forget what the SBJ7 is. I don't know what a PDN is either.
Yeah, it's Scotch bonnet and 7-pot Jonah, but.
And the PDN, isn't the N Naid or Naiad? Or whatever, however you pronounce that.
Scotch bonnet times 7-pot Jonah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Meant the light made or. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm a total idiot. I am an idiot, but.
Freaky's in the house. Hey, Freaky.
Freaky. And Russ, if you want the Crimson Blaze, tell Dave. I don't know if he can make that happen, but he might. I guess, yeah, I was almost right. Pimenta denied.
Yeah.
Pimenta denied. Okay.
Oh, and I don't know if I forgot to mention on Monday, but if you missed out on the LaQuesta, Dave has LaQuesta for sale. I believe it's still there. I believe he was half sold out before it actually became available for sale on Sunday. So if you want some of that, make sure you message him up, hit him up on Facebook, hit him up on Hangouts or Google Plus or wherever you can find Grown at Home in WV.
That says, Rob, your level has gone way up since just the tip. Yep, it has. Okay, Graham says, okay, let me refine that question. What kind of business do you run? What makes your money? What profession are you in? I sell electronic cigarettes and vaping accessories and juices, and so I have a vape shop.
Pro accessories. You know
And
what?
what?
The hill. No.
You cut up both times you said it.
Propane and propane accessories.
Nope, no propane, even though I have propane in there. Hey, Charles.
There's that Crimson Blaze and
Yeah, Charles, say something so we can see him.
It's Crimson Blaze. Crimson Blaze. I got jars of it. I bought it because I knew I wouldn't get it till next year.
Ah, and
yes,
you love it.
freaky. It is illegal to print your own cash. The government can do it, but we can't.
I dabbed with vape mods a little bit a few years ago. Built out my own mods, coils, and made my own juice. That's how I started. Then started selling it, and people kept coming to the house. So I thought, well, I'll just open up a small shop. So I did. 50/50 PGVG mix. Perfect. All I seen was red plastic. It is a 3D printed holder that goes around my mod, which is hooked to my tank with a tip on it. I push the button.
I think you might have been talking about the Crimson Blaze.
Very possible. All I seen was red plastic. Okay. I didn't think about the bottles either, but yeah. Russ says, putting the kids to bed. Well, you'll be back. Are you guys on, or are you guys a smoke shop too, or just a vape shop? Just a vape shop. Most of the people I work with vape. I walk out in the shop to a huge hazy cloud most of the time. And it probably smells really good. Rip Trippers was my go-to guy to watch on YouTube. I watched Rip Trippers, but it got to the point of all those cut shots and not being able to focus on one thing for more than half a second that I said, forget that. So I quit watching them. And Rob, your 3D printing is amazing. I love my Lazy Susan. You will be able to see more of that this season, I think. Cool. I printed up a Lazy Susan about yay big, so you can put his plants on it and spin him around easier. I kind of just showed up in his mailbox one day without him knowing it was coming. Let's see. Have you ever tried Backwood Brew Casablanca e-juice? Nope. I have my own juice line, and I do not try juices from other companies unless they send me samples. But none of them even come close to being the quality that mine are. By far, best tasting juice I ever tasted was delicious. Well, if you can get me a formula for it, I can probably reproduce it. And probably reproduce it better than the original. I have people that bring me juices, and Devon is very good at being able to reproduce them for them. Let's see. Freaky says, Jared, can you breathe in that fog? I know I find it hard to breathe around large number of smokers. Freaky, can you put your head over a pot of boiling soup and have the steam come up and hit you in the head? And can you breathe in that? That's more intense than what the vapor cloud is.
I'd much rather be around a large number of smokers than be around like one vaping person that blows out giant clouds. That stuff, ugh, jeez, oh man. I mean, I grew up in the '80s, so everybody was smoking everywhere back then. So
Yep.
I don't know, maybe a little nostalgia or something. But that vape, oh my god! Anytime someone blows out one of those giant clouds, it just bugs the heck out of me. It's like weird smelling, and then it's cold. It's ugh, it's so weird. Much rather have a smoker just sitting there blowing smoke on my face.
Yep. Let's see. Matt says, well, if you use all organic or oil extracts, when I can get them, and pure medical grade PG and VG, which I use. I also use the highest grade nicotine I can get my hands on, pharmaceutical grade. And then the juice will be good. Also, letting it age for time helps flavor. That's a fallacy to a certain point because it's the mixing time. If opening the bottle and letting it sit for a while makes the flavor better, it means that the flavoring in it is alcohol based. And I don't use any alcohol in any of my flavorings. I refuse to. And if you go and look at my site or my YouTube channel, one of my oldest videos is a bottle shaker video. And that gets all of it oxygenated so much more and so much better that the steeping process, at the very most, after it's shaken like that, takes a day at the very most. Unless there's coconut in it, then that takes 3 days. So, yeah. I am super allergic to cigarettes, asthma, but vape clouds don't seem to bother me. Yeah, it's because smoke is particulate. This is water-based. It's just like walking outside on a really humid day after a thunderstorm went through and everything is steaming up. It's just like walking out like that.
Except it has goofy smells and it's cold.
True. Let's see. Good to hear, Jared. And tell us how you really feel, Rev. I made my own hops extract tincture, then used that as a juice blend. The vape tasted like a tasty IPA. That's not a bad idea. I go out and get, I forget the name of them right off the top of my head. They're like $12 cigars, and I do a flavoring like that too. It takes about 6 weeks to make the flavoring, and yeah, it's about the best tasting cigar flavor you'll ever get too. What state am I in? I'm in southern Minnesota. Do you do THC? There are people in town that do that medicinally. CBD, yes. TCBA, I don't know what that one is. But CBD is readily available here. THC through prescription. It's not a hop, just a small jump. Yes.
Yeah, but he said hops, so it'd be like a multitude of small jumps.
Yeah, but did he say HLPPS? Nope, just one P. My own hop. So yep.
Yeah, we don't have any of that THC, CBD, or anything like that around here. Bible Belt. Gonna be quite a while.
Well, CBD is quote unquote technically legal because it's extract from the hemp plant, and even if it contains 0.0001% THC, it's still listed as being on the ban list. But a lawyer friend of mine went looking for the explanation of the law on it in Minnesota. And he says, technically it's illegal. And then he said, but I went looking to see if there were any cases on it where anybody was convicted for having or using or selling CBD. And he says there's not a case in the state. And
to my knowledge, CBD is non-psychoactive.
You're right. It isn't. Not in the least. But it's still, technically it's from the hemp plant. and the purest form that I've gotten is 0.0001% THC. Since it still has that microscopic amount of THC in it, it's still quote unquote illegal.
Yeah, and the hemp plant doesn't produce THC.
I
Cannabis
agree.
produces THC, and the hemp plant until I think last year was illegal to grow in the U.S. and sell. So
Yep, you
like
can now.
those places that actually would that would put it into like hemp powder and stuff like that, they had to buy it from Canada until I think last year or something like that.
Uh, did I say yes? I make a CBD juice. I did not actually say that I made a CBD juice. I said I have used a CBD juice. It's you can find it here in multiple places. CBD is an extract from the cannabis hemp plant. Federal law allows 0.3% or under is legal of THC. If you can send me a document showing that, I would be very happy because then I would openly sell it. CBD is amazing. It takes my fibromyalgia pain away, and the DOT doesn't care about it. Well, they care about it. Um, well, they care, but it doesn't show up in their testing if you go with the correct company. Yeah, on a 4-bar test, it won't show up. On a 7-bar test, it will show up. But there's actually CBD in this tank right here. Let's see. It's non-psychoactive, yep, and is for pain and medicinal use. No high what you see ever from it. You're right.
Yeah, and the thing with hemp,
Since I,
like hemp protein powder, it you can't catch a buzz off that no matter how much you try. But it was illegal because it was well, I mean, just go back to why they made the whole plan illegal in the first place. Go back to 1932, Harry Anslinger, and all that stuff, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about it. What? You got this great thing that they're making sales out of, canvas. I mean, that's where that came from. It came from cannabis, was canvas, and yeah, they were gonna start making everything out of hemp. Henry Ford made fenders out of his car out of hemp. You can see video of him smashing it with a sledgehammer, and it's not even denting. And then next thing you know, what? It's gonna replace trees as for newspapers. Well, we can't have that. And next thing you know, you got William Randolph Hearst running all these crazy things about Mexicans and blacks raping white women when they partake in cannabis. And although they called it marijuana, which is a slang term from Mexico about some kind of what is it? No, Mexican tobacco. Nobody knew what that was, so they're like, "What? That sounds crazy. I want my wife to be safe. We should make it illegal." And then, like 5 or 10 years later, when they actually enforced it, they're like, "Wait, this thing I've been growing, that's illegal now? Why is that? This thing is really great." And then fast forward, a bunch of years, and here we are.
And Rob Blumberg, you can't be late anymore. You can't.
yep,
You can't be doing things at the house.
this is the last time you're allowed to be late. If
Yeah.
you're not going to be here on time, then wait till and watch the rerun.
He's a man. I had a flashback to like half the jobs I've had and like every day of school.
So yeah, Matt, if you could get me a document showing that, I would really love it because one of the tobacco shops here goes through about, last I heard, about 400 bottles of CBD juice a week. There's so many people that use it, and without it, I wouldn't be able to be walking around as well as I do. We are talking about weed. No, we're talking about CBD.
Yeah, I have no clue what the hell we're talking about. I'm just listening.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't talking about weed. We were talking about cannabis. We were talking about CBD and hemp and all that other stuff.
Yeah, we're talking the legal side of it in all 50 states, hopefully. I had to bring all my plants in because Mother Nature sucks. Yes, it does. Yes, she does.
Yeah, she's pretty bipolar this year.
Yeah.
Everybody else has heard me rant and rave about it snowing for 4 to 5 hours today, closer to 5 hours.
Yeah, I saw you on that viral YouTube video. Oh wait, that wasn't you.
Yeah. He's gonna do one at the shop tomorrow.
Ah, CVS sells CBD, Walgreens sells it, health stores sell it. Yep. But there's always that stigmata type thing for shops.
I don't think that was the word you meant to use. I believe you meant to say stigma. Stigmata is like
Yeah, you're right.
that was very funny though.
Yeah.
If you know what stigmata is, that's like the what is that? The uh, whatever. It's like whenever you have like different things that correlate with what Jesus went through, where you have holes through your hands and you have holes through your feet and then a hole in your side. I believe that's stigmata.
There's a movie as well.
I
It's a
made a
good song
mistake.
too.
I'll be right back.
It's a good song by Ministry.
What Grandma's saying right now about functioning without CBD, I'm the same way.
Well, since I have no clue what we're talking about, we're gonna have to change the subject because I have no clue what the hell. I don't have no knowledge about vape, about CBD, BB, whatever the hell we're talking about. This and that. I have no clue.
Well, you take it in any direction you feel like.
Let's talk about Rob.
Okay.
So, what would we like to chat about Rob about since he's not in the panel right now?
Oh.
Yeah, Clue is good. That is a good game.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I did. I was about to say I haven't played that since like the early '90s, but no, my sister got that, and me and my sister and my nieces and nephew played that, or niece and nephew. Just the
Professor
2-year-old. What's that?
Candlestick
Yeah.
Library.
I forgot how good of a game that was. My mom had like the original game, like way back when we were kids. I wouldn't say Clue is a good game for a few rounds. I think it's good for at least one full game. But I'm also the guy that I love Monopoly. I know so many people that will not play Monopoly at all with me.
I like Monopoly.
I love Monopoly. Like even if you do like the fast game where like you pass out like half the properties in advance kind of thing. I love that.
Yeah.
But the last time I played Monopoly, I played it online. Like I think I have the game Monopoly because like none of my family will play it with me, but they all hate to lose. I don't care. I don't care if I lose. The only thing that makes me mad about losing on Monopoly is I'm done playing and everybody else keeps on playing. Which I guess maybe that's why they get all mad, but I don't like say I'm not going to play anymore. Just got to play better next time. Oh, there you go. Jared wants to talk about Charles's badass grow tent. That would be perfect for cultivating cannabis. I mean, peppers.
Yes, cultivate peppers very well.
Yeah, I don't like well, it depends. I like if you don't have a lot of time, I like the fast game, but normally I like to just do it from start.
And I don't like the fast game. I like to play it out.
I like the fast game only because like if I play a game of Monopoly, I can definitely be there for like 4 or 5 hours playing. If I mean, if it's a good game. Obviously, if the odds are against you, yeah, it could be a pretty short game. But never heard of the game Ticket to Ride. I'm guessing that's a Monopoly style game. I don't know. Growing up, I lived in Pittsburgh, and there was a game called Strictly Pittsburgh. Pretty much, it was Monopoly, but instead of the properties, they had Pittsburgh type companies. They'd have like Heinz. What was it? Heinz something. It wasn't Heinz Hall, but it was like Heinz. There was like the PPG building. There, all the different Pittsburgh buildings.
Bob, to be 100% correct, the product that I sent you, the sauce today, did not come from that tent. It originated in one of my other tents. If you look at it that way.
Yeah, very true, Jared. And it's been that way since what, like the early 90s. One of the only good things about living in California. And I guess, well, I don't know. That all depends on where you live in California. Like, if you live in LA, I'm sure that's gotta kind of suck. But where you live, that's not that bad. Endo Dope Boys. Why does that sound familiar?
Because I watched the videos many, many times.
Oh, is that a YouTube channel?
They have a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't think I've seen their YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They also rap and have speak of the cannabis lifestyle in the rap music. They actually made a recording booth out of a marijuana plant. They built a frame and everything grew around it. So they had a little booth and everything set up so you could record in it. Of course, they're 1,000-gallon smart pods.
Appreciate that, Russ.
Have a good night, Russ.
Later, Russ.
If you're doing a hot challenge on your date tonight, yeah, record it. Haha, joke, joke.
Oh, yeah. Tell Barbie I said what's up. And hop back on here sometime, Russ. Monday was fun. And you don't have to have a challenge to hop on here either, by the way.
But yeah, those guys, they've grown some of the biggest plants there is. And they're huge.
Jeez, Jared, that's pretty expensive. That's about, well, that's not exactly about where I live, but I'm like right next to the ocean, but it's about that around here. It's anywhere. Good luck finding something 300,000, and it's all the way up to like 5 to 20 million if you get oceanfront or semi-ocean.
Matt, I'm in Minnesota if you were asking me. Hot date, don't get burned.
Or do get burned. I don't know.
It depends on what type it is and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Later, Graham.
To each his own.
Okay, I just pulled into the driveway. I'm going to let you go so I can spend time with the wifey. You guys have yourselves a fantastic day tomorrow. See you soon. Hey, Graham.
Grip. Exactly. Let's hope I do get burned. Well, don't record that, Russ. If you do, don't post it on YouTube. There's other places. Yeah, Freaky summed it up. So okay. Yeah, same thing around here. And the oceanfront property, most of it is all gone, either sold or the ocean claimed the house. And as soon as the ocean claims the septic system, the house is condemned. The state owns the land, which we are on a barrier island, so it's constantly shifting westward. So all of those eastern, houses on the ocean are pretty much going away. Like if you saw any of my videos going down the beach road, there's a whole stretch where there used to be house after house after house, and it's like a mile where there's no houses at all. That's all because the ocean took them.
Tell the ocean to give them back.
No, the ocean is a pretty crazy thing. It does what it wants.
Wow, an awkward silence.
I just got a comment or a notification that just popped up. Someone commented on a video I put up like 2 years ago. Always blows my mind when people watch old videos.
I don't even remember that video. Why are you commenting on it?
Oh no, I really don't remember that video at all. I remember making the title of it, but that's it. What's up, Rocky?
Hey, Rocky.
Yeah, I don't think the ocean is gonna listen. The ocean's a pretty scary freaking thing, man. If you're by it during the daytime, it's like, oh, it's so nice and soothing. But you get a storm and it's nighttime and you can't really see it, and you're in an oceanfront house. That is really, really freaking scary. I will tell him that, Freaky. Where are you on my latest pepper updates, huh? Nice. Charles with his jail cell.
Jail cell, trying to get my dog in.
Do you do the same thing I do on live streams where you open up the door and you kind of like stick your head out and kind of shut the door as much as you can? You're like, get over here. Hey, get over here.
He's at the door, looks at me funny, and then I go over there and he runs away.
Yeah, I luck out that my dog hates the cold. So whenever it's cold, she sits right by the back door like, hello, anybody gonna let me in? And then like kind of paws at the door or claws at the door.
Yeah, it's nowhere near cold.
Okay, 0.03. Okay. Robert W. Hi. Is there a raptor there?
Nope, just Charles's dog.
Yeah, BB was here earlier. Did he take off? Yeah, he took off and came back. So welcome back, I think. I might not have seen all the videos, but again, I might not I might have been too lazy to comment. Hmm. Yeah, I'm hearing myself on one of you guys's. Unless it's my own, but I don't think it's my own.
Not mine.
I don't hear any echoing.
Oh, mine's muted. I'm hearing it come back to one of you guys.
What kind of adapter are you looking for, Beatty? Like what, 3/8, half inch, fine thread, coarse thread? Yeah, 30% or more, Jared.
Yeah, 0.03 isn't supposed to do anything because the crystals that I use to make the juice, which I didn't say that, is 0.001, I believe.
All right. I don't know if I can be any help, but I'll try. Is that a pump that you already had that you just need a new fitting for, or is that a pump that you bought that didn't come with a fitting? If it's a pump you bought without the fitting, then I want to know what kind of pump you got so I don't buy one of those. Every pump I've ever bought, it came with tons of fittings. As a matter of fact, right inside the garage, I got like 4 fittings just sitting there, just from the last one pump that I bought. Man, that sucks. He has to buy adapters. I've never bought an adapter for my pumps. Just buy the pump, and it's usually the one with the smooth. Wait, no. What did I do with that one? The big one. I don't know, but the small ones, they come with like a fitting that, I mean, it just, no, it's not even screwing, it's pushing, and the inner diameter fits half inch, the outer diameter, whatever, PEX. Go Plus Eco 100.
So if anybody's in the market for buying a pump, don't buy the Eco Plus Eco 100.
Yeah, apparently you need a crazy fitting that you're not going to be able to find easily.
Rob, I need to send you some stuff to make some really, really good vape juice. You'll probably fall asleep during the live stream after an extreme attack of the munchies.
I will second that. Yeah, I think
If
that.
it can come through the mail.
No, you just right.
Also, Hempful Farms in California is a good one. Very high standards. Cool.
Jared, I also would like to fall asleep during the live streams after an extreme attack of the munchies. That would be very interesting. I'm willing to do shots on air. What the heck?
Okay, I basically need to find a fitting that connects it to a 1 foot, 2 inch, or it must be half inch PVS to
Half
make
inch
a
PVC.
spray manifold.
Yeah, half inch
Half
PVC.
inch PVC. Okay.
Uh,
Does it have a half inch side diameter or outside diameter fitting that'll go on the pump? And you know, what I've done before is I've gone up to Menards and I went into um, the automatic sprinkler section and find the materials that I need. But what I've done is I've taken the softer vinyl hose, put that over the fitting on the that came off the pump, and then got a half-inch outside diameter and put it into the other side of the flexible hose, and then contact cemented that into the PVC.
I have 3/4 inch PVC going to my pump, and I cannot for the life of me remember how I got it in there. I had some kind of adapter, and then I had a 3/4 inch PVC female to slip fitting that I screwed onto it, but I didn't glue any of mine. Well, my entire aquaponic system, I had none of those pipes are glued whatsoever. Which, if you saw when it froze, that's exactly why I don't glue them. Because when it froze, it just popped the pipes right apart instead of breaking the pipes, which it would do.
Oh, anything can go through the mail. Haha, I've seen quite a bit of vacuum packed bags pulled from express mail boxes. Uh-huh.
But, Jared,
And
were you on a live stream when you did that? Because that would have been good live streaming right there.
Old bag of chips and half a carton of ice cream the other night. Yep.
I know I should stop. I just don't want to.
How well does that bacon carton digest along with the chips and ice cream? Leave it to Freaky, always with the interesting comments. But yeah, I just want it to be nice out. I want to plant my plants outside.
I just want to be through with my plants right now, transplanting them.
How many did you get done since Monday?
I have 103 outside right now.
Okay, so another 14?
60.
16, okay.
So I don't know. That's if I have enough dirt. So we'll see. All my King Stars are going on next. So 28 of those.
Make sure you do an update video and put Kang Star in the title.
I'm making a whole row.
Oh yeah, you'll go up like 30 subscribers in a day,
Doing one whole row of those.
and have a couple thumbs down.
And wait, somebody's not liking his crosses. So, yeah, we'll see how they do.
Ricky says, same here, Todd. I want to see some green, and green is not my favorite color. I would even be happy to be seeing brown grass.
I haven't seen brown grass in quite a while.
Speaking of grass, I gotta mow my grass tomorrow after work. That's one of the many things I have to do.
Batman spoke up again. Vacuum sealed. Hashtag green for Batman. Yep. Well, it's surprising how many packages of that sort get sent through the mail. I have 3 more 72 cell trays to transplant. Every cell has 3 or 4 plants in it. Oh boy.
Beady Beats, I'm pretty sure that looks just like the pump I have. And I can't remember what I did, but I think I ditched all of those adapters that it came with. Actually, hang on a second, let me look at this thing.
You know, I just can't imagine growing 2,000 plants or 5,000 plants. You know, not by myself, but just think how long it takes to do a harvest. How many hours a day you have to spend doing that.
Unless you pay somebody.
Yeah.
unless you go to one of your home improvement stores and stop in the parking lot and slip in 50 or 100.
Yeah, the Home Depot, was it? In Duluth, Georgia, had a box outside for temporary workers to hang out in the mornings. And I sat and watched one morning, and truck would come up, 3, 4 guys would jump in and they'd take off. Another truck would come up, 1, 2 guys jump in and they take off. You know, people coming by and hiring them right from the box. You know, they got a nice place to sit and everything else while they're waiting for somebody to show up.
Right.
And I've heard people complain about that type of thing, but somebody's willing to work and they can get out there and do something, then more power to them.
Well,
And especially since a lot of the people that come to hire them are for jobs that they don't want to do themselves, or, you know, I need to clean out my septic system today. You know, that type of stuff. I know that was bad.
one of my friends owned a concrete, what the hell is it called? Decorative concrete. And if like workers called in or whatever that he had normally staffed, had to get the work done somehow. So, like I said, $50 half day, $100 whole day. That's about what it equated to. That's what they give them.
Yeah, and you know, if it was once a week for harvesting and takes a whole day to do it, you know, 2, 3 guys might be worth it.
That's freaking hilarious, man. That man said, "You kidding, Jared? You see my eyes on the show?" See more than that on the show, Batman.
Yeah.
Makes me wish I was at your house with you doing the live stream. But Beanie Beats, I think I've got pretty much the same kind of adapters that you got for the pump. I have like tons of these adapters: a 3/4 inch barb, 1/2 inch barb. This goofy one, it's a slip fitting, but it has this weird. If you can see that, it's got a weird little dealy right here where it'll leak. It's got the little pump attachment. But what I did was I went out and I got a 3/4 inch slip fitting this side to 1/2 inch male fitting on that side, and they're the same exact size, same thread pattern. So if you just take your pump to your local box store and try that, that might be the solution you're looking for. I was wondering how the heck I did that. I have an extra one just in case I broke one, because every time I buy a fitting, I at least buy two.
Anthony, it is very hard, especially the past couple weeks. I'm way behind on everybody's. I kind of pick and choose and see. I mean, no offense to everybody, but you know, I pick and choose what I want to watch real quick. Because like I said, my schedule lately is if it's not raining or whatever else is, I work till 5, take a break, feed the dogs, then go out there and build fabric pots for 2 hours, eat, and Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I'm here at 7:45, 7:50 ish. And well, whatever the time might be.
8:05, 8:15.
So you know, except for those days that there's no live streams, and like I said, I don't miss the Bat and Bear show on Thursday. So, but that's an hour later, so I have a little bit more time to do whatever.
Sweet. I hope that helped you, Beatty. That's at least that was my latest way that I did my pump, and it looks exactly like your pump. Yeah, same with me, Jared. I bought my pump at Lowe's, and I just went right there, cut the packaging open, went right to the plumbing section, figured out what fittings I needed because I knew everything else was going to be 3/4 inch PVC. So as long as I could get it to 3/4 inch PVC, I'd be golden. But and Batman, that's hilarious, man. You must go through a lot of subscriptions. Every time I sit down to smoke, I click subscriptions, go through a few at a time. No wonder you like all my videos. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Bat and Bear Show tomorrow, 10 o'clock p.m.
Do you have any special guests, Batman, tomorrow? Or are you keeping that from us? And you're going to say, surprise it's Susan.
Oh, that would be great. If you can get Susan, much props, man. I've been trying for 6 months.
Well, he's saying you're the special guest tomorrow, Rev.
No, I think he was just commenting about my comment.
Yeah.
Remember, 30-second delay.
Oh, yeah. So who's the guest speaker going to be tomorrow, if there is one?
And Jared, that's the best way to do it. Just turning on the live stream while you're doing things and just listening to it in the background. I do that with a lot of videos, a lot of live streams too, but mainly videos themselves. That's usually why I have a problem with leaving a comment, because I get to the very end of the video and I'm like, wait, what was going on again? Like, I forget what the whole video was about. Like, I heard the entire, I'll watch it again and I'm like, oh, right, that happened, then this happened, now this is gonna happen right here, there it is. Like, I can replay it right back in my mind when I watch it again, but as far as like a comment at the end, I'm like, I don't think I actually paid attention. Then I watch it again and I'm like, no, I paid totally attention the whole time. What? Scheduled guest canceled?
And he says, yeah, Rev might come on and pound some shots with me. So he's inviting you, so you'll be on there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I might be able to do that. I don't know. I think my mom's coming into town tomorrow. Doesn't matter either way. Yeah, I'll do it. Who's your special guest that canceled? That sucks, man.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me unless he asked me and I didn't get back to him and he took that as canceled. But I'm sure he wouldn't have asked me if that was the case, so. Yeah, same here, Jared. Every time I go to any of the major box stores, like, no one in the plumbing department has a clue on anything. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a big box store. Can't bring my mom along. Yeah, well, she'd be drinking wine, but not shots, but she'll definitely be interesting. But every time I go to a big box store and ask them, I'm like, I've got this fitting and I need to go to this. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can't do that. I'm like, wait, what? No, you can do anything with plumbing, like anything. And long story short, no matter what it is, where they're like, yeah, you can't do that. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure you can. Well, I'm a certified plumber, and I'm telling you, you can't do that. And 10 minutes later, I've got 3 fittings in my hand. I'm like, okay, I go from this, and I go to this, and then I go to this, and then I got my other fitting that'll fit perfectly. Every single time. I've never had an instance where you couldn't do something with plumbing.
My thing is, I go in the aisle that I'm looking where the product is, and they have the damn thing blocked off because they're trying to do whatever with the forklift or whatever. That, or you're trying to buy a crap load of PVC, whatever project you have. They have the damn scissor lift or whatever the hell it is right in front of it, and you can't get to the damn stuff. Like, how in the hell am I supposed to get to this? Anyway, that's happened a couple times.
That's happened a ton of times. Or you're on your way to an owl and they're like, oh, you got to go the other way. I'm like, I just want to go by. Well, the forklift's coming. I'm like, the forklift's not here. Like, let me walk past the owl and I'm going to go down and out. No, you got to go the other way. Like, it's so frustrating that sometimes I'll just walk out and be like, heck with this. And I go to like Ace Hardware. They don't have forklifts driving through the owls and everything over there.
Yeah, you got to watch Ace though. I mean, the people they hire at Ace are kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say the best in the world. If you know anybody who works at Ace, you know, especially I know there's a lot of employees at Ace who've been drinking all freaking night. All this bullshit on live streams and stuff, and then they go and they like go in and God knows what happened. You know, it's just crazy how that happens sometimes.
Yeah, trying to get the coworkers to eat peppers in the back room and stuff.
All kinds of crap. I mean, you got to watch them people.
We don't go in the back room to eat peppers. We go right out in the front room.
I actually do like Ace. So, like I said, for me, the one closest to me has the uh, post office in it too. So it's very easy for me to drop off packages and everything else. So it kind of works out.
We have Menards here, and then we have a Lowe's and a Home Depot and another Menards over in Mankato, which is about 30 miles from here. I worked at Lowe's up till last summer, 6 years. I know where everything in the store is, but I always played dumb when people would ask me something in plumbing or I'd get stuck there for an hour.
And I totally get that because I've seen that constantly when I'm there. I'm that guy that you want to help because I'm like, no, 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 I don't need help. And I will spend an hour wandering the store looking for the things I need. Whereas the people that you don't want to help, those are the people that are standing right in front of what they need. And then they try to articulate it in some weird way that is not the way it should be articulated. And you're like, oh, sprinkler fittings? Well, let's go around to the other side. And then finally you come back to the PVC and you're like, oh, just a half-inch PVC fitting. Here it is, right here, right where you were standing. But yeah, Matt, that's why I like Ace too. It's like a mini version of Home Depot or Lowe's.
Yeah.
With like a small time or a small town feel to it too.
That's true. Well, I mean, ours has a country store in it too. That has like all kinds of knickknacks and all kinds of other things going on. So I think it's a good store there.
Yeah, ours is locally owned. I think they have 1, 2, 3, 4 locations here, or maybe it's 5 or 6, but I know of 4. And yeah, like I've said in the past live streams, they carry ammo. Like we're at the beach. Like you really don't need to have ammo at an Ace, but I appreciate that they do that. That and it's like my local grocery store too. The people remember me. Like I haven't been to the Ace in months, but if I walk in there tomorrow, half the people will be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like they may not remember my name, but they remember my face.
My grocery store doesn't know me from Adam.
Well, in about a month and a half, nobody or half the people in the store will not know me at all because they will have that many more employees. Like probably 3 times the amount of employees that they have during the winter. But during the winter, almost everybody knows me there. I mean, again, they don't know my name or, anything like that because I won't show them my ID, but yeah, they know my face.
It's the weird guy on outside.
Yeah. I mean, one guy, Frank, he's a young guy. He bugs me every time I go in there. He's like, "Hey, did you bring your ID?" And every time I'm like, "Nah, I didn't bring my ID." Yeah, you better card that guy. Like, even if he's not the register guy, he's like, he'll be bagging. He'll be like, "You better card that guy." And the guy at the register will be like, "I do?" Like he looks old enough, and Frank would be like, "No, I'm just messing with him." But another month and a half, and who's first? I think the Chinese people will be here, and then it'll be like the Thai people, and then it'll be someone, then it'll be the Europeans, and
Yep. They got all kinds of crap on town. Like I kind of avoid that area, but that's not my local grocery store. I shop at HEB.
HEB. I've never been to a Kroger and HEB. We just got a Publix. I just heard about them like within like a year or two ago, and we just got one, I think, in February.
I mean, I know Rob Blumberg. He's always talking about Publix.
Well, we're also like a very small town, so well, in the middle of the summer we're not because it's a tourist area, but I mean, for the longest time, we had one brand of grocery store. That was Food Line for the longest time. And then I forget, 5, 8 years ago, Harris Teeter came into town. That became number two. And now we have a Publix. So now there's three different grocery stores.
And for us here, it's HEB, Kroger, Randall's. And that's pretty much about it.
And Jared, why don't I have my ID? I don't carry my ID on me because I'm not committing crimes. So I don't feel like I need to identify myself. When I'm driving, I have my ID and I can produce it for the officer, but I don't carry it with me. I don't carry my wallet on me.
Well, also, I forgot, if I'm going to be truthful on that, we got Whole Foods, Sprout. So we got a bunch of other ones as well.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Whole Foods. I've seen them on South Park.
Why the hell do you want the ball now? You haven't wanted that ball for weeks.
Because you're busy.
You're not getting it. Why can't you be like Fiona and just sleep on the couch?
I agree, Matt. I used to work in a restaurant where it'd be like 110, 115 in the kitchen, and then you'd have to go into the freezer, which was like minus 30 or something like that. Every single summer, I got sick. It was just that hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Just drove me nuts.
Hey, a Fiesta too. Forgot about that. Thanks, Matt. I don't know where the hell I'm at. Oh yeah, well, we're gonna be honest about that too. There's a lot of places you can go, but Michoacana, I don't know. I don't frequent that often.
I don't know what that is, but I'd like to shop there at least once.
Yeah, it's one of those little Mexican markets. So they sell tons of stuff. They do have good peppers. They have habaneros and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, any kind of local Mexican market, they usually have a lot of peppers. So if you have one in town, check that out.
There's a place called Fiesta.
Fiesta, yeah.
That's hilarious. Does anybody call it Ford?
Yeah, they call it Fiesta.
Uh, I'd be the only one then.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and then we have also, I guess if we're going the broad realm, you got H Mart and you got 99 Ranch. Depends on if you want, for Korean and Asian Mart. That's where the H Mart is, where that employee got the spicy noodles from. They were showing on the last live stream. And I guess we may do some kind of testing or whatever with, right, Rob? And you said you wanted to do that tomorrow, Rob?
Me?
Yeah, the
Do
spicy
what?
tomorrow.
I didn't hear what you said. What?
You want to do the spicy noodles tomorrow?
I don't have them yet. I just ordered them on Monday. They don't sell them here anyway. And besides, tomorrow's Thursday.
That's the Bat and Bear show. I forgot.
Freaky's taking off. Have a good night, Freaky.
Later, Freaky. Thanks for hanging out, man.
I know, Rob. I'm just messing with you. It's your Twitch Minecraft live stream. I know.
Yeah, but Bat and Bear show is more important.
Man, I just totally got hungry by Batman's comment. Oh.
I just had a giant poblano stuffed with cheese and covered it in sauce and more cheese.
Chile relleno.
Cool.
Matt says, no noodle for you. It's the noodle Nazi.
Mm-hmm. No bread for you. What's another one? What was the other one?
All I remember was, no soup for you.
Yeah. And then he got the time that George went in and then he got the soup. And he says, oh, he looks in the bag and he forgot the roll. No bread for you. You leave my store now, or however he did it.
Oh, man. That makes me hungry, too, Jared. Chicken tacos. Any kind of tacos are good. You can make... I'm not really into, like, veggie tacos, but you make a veggie taco, and I'm there.
Estimated delivery day is Tuesday for those noodles.
Okay, just let me know. Because, like I said, I'll do whatever we're gonna do.
Bernie finally shows up.
Maybe we'll spice them up even more.
What you should do is do your own live stream. So if they're going to show up Tuesday, do it like Tuesday night or something like that. And just you two go at it and like, welcome to the Spicy Noodle Challenge live stream.
I don't know how Rob wants to do it, so.
Yeah, I do my live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It could be in between, but I don't know how I would react, so I wouldn't want to do it before going live by myself.
I think you'll be fine at 88 and 8803 as far as the Scoville unit. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, you should be fine on that. But wait, who goes live on Tuesday?
I do. And Raymond Desjardins does too.
Raymond, what time does he go? 7:30?
7 p.m.
7?
Yeah, so yeah, it's like 6 p.m. your time, I think. Because usually on Tuesdays when I get home, he's already going. So I usually catch the end of the show.
No, I think he's the same time as me.
That's what I just said.
No,
Same time as you. So 7 o'clock your time is 6 o'clock my time.
Okay,
So
no.
when I get home at 7, he's already been going for an hour.
No, I mixed that up. Well, either you misspoke or I misheard. because I was thinking that you were saying that he goes live at 6 p.m. his time, or 7 p.m. his time, but it would be 6 p.m. my time. So I must misheard where you're saying it's 7 o'clock my and his time, and it's 6 o'clock your time. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like me, Troll, and Raymond are all on the same time.
And where's Raymond at? In Canada?
Yeah, he's in Canada, I believe. Where is he at? He's right next to Troll, and that's always where I gauge it. I think Troll is outside of Toronto? Question mark? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Alex is in the house.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, man. That would be great.
Yo, BD, have you heard? I like intros. I need an intro for my intro so my intro can have an intro. Yeah. He does really good work. I admit it. Yeah, I talked to him about doing another. Well, hopefully, it's a small project, but he said he'd get to it. I told him no rush, so he can take his own sweet time doing it. I can't believe my stomach is still upset.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Oh man, was I not paying attention? Did anybody read Mad had 2 big berths of bell peppers picked yesterday, going to stuff tomorrow with cheese and mole sauce? Man, it sounds good. Everybody's getting me hungry. I just ate before I went on a live stream, but I'm already hungry again. Chicken tacos, chilerenos. My Mexican restaurant right here, man, they make awesome chilerenos. Which I haven't had in a couple months. Or wait, no, I haven't had a chileriano since last summer.
I have no idea what one is even.
A poblano pepper stuffed with cheese and then breaded, fried, and then it's coated with I don't know if it's mole sauce or if it's just some kind of Mexican brown sauce. Absolutely amazing. I didn't think I was gonna like them. I grabbed one for the very first time and I was blown away. And not only that, but I've had, I don't know, since the first time I've ever had one, I've probably had 20 or 30 of them. And like 2 or 3 of them were, I mean, a poblano technically has no heat. There was like 2 or 3 that I had before I was into spicy things that they were way hotter than a jalapeno.
Yes, Jared, still upset from the peanuts. You can tell I'm not much of a Mexican food fan. We have an authentic, well, it says authentic on the sign, Mexican food place here in town, and I've never once set foot in the place.
Yeah, our Mexican place was founded by Mexicans that came here from Mexico, and they speak Spanish in the restaurant, so. And it's like a family-run business. Like they've got, I don't know how many locations they have. 2, I think, but they had 3. But family members ran all 3 locations. But now I'm kind of the same way. Well, I don't want to say I'm the same way, but I don't like rice. I don't like beans. Like I like beans, but I'm not big on refried beans, and that's like in half their dishes. But that's one of my favorite restaurants.
I like beans, but I don't like refried beans. I don't like the mush that like burritos have in them.
I like refried beans, but I like it when you put them in things. I don't like them as like a side dish. So if you give me like rice and refried beans and then like tacos, I I'll take the refried beans and put it on the taco, and I'll put the rice on the taco. But as for eating them individually, nah, I'm not a fan.
Batman says, Rob, I saw your ass kicking peanuts in Reaper, well, ghost pepper or habanero. But yeah.
Or La Cuesta.
Or then kicked up with the the Quista powder.
La Cuesta.
Dave had the video and he said he was pronouncing it wrong at La Cuesta, and it's actually La Quista.
Actually, he was pronouncing it La Cuesta, and it was wrong, and it was La Cuesta.
I had to go back and watch then because I kept hearing him say Quista was correct instead of Cuesta.
Well, every time he called it La Cuesta, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's La Cuesta. And then it wasn't until later he was like, yeah, I was talking to his uncle, and he was like, yeah, it's actually La Cuesta. And that was the point where he was talking about like that Rich never corrected him on it.
Yeah. Long running joke.
Which, by the way, if you want La Cuesta, you can get it right now. Contact Grown at Home and WV. Limited supply, gonna be sold out very shortly.
I have some.
Yeah, I got a sample.
So do you.
I got a sample bag over there.
Yep.
Beatty says, thanks, Batman. I got you, bro. I can make an awesome intro for your intro anytime. Now that's a team player.
And if you're going to do an intro for an intro, you may as well do an outro for the outro, too.
Good point. I haven't seen that yet. An intro for the intro and an outro for the outro. Or wait, no, I think I've seen outro to the outro. Because it'd be like an outro, and then it would be like a subscribe, thumbs up, you know, all that kind of thing after the thing. So I guess that could be an outro to an outro, but I've never seen an intro to an intro.
But now people are going to start asking for intermission stuff. We'll be right back after this quick message. You know, put up I do that on the live streams. I have an opening picture, I'll be right back picture in case I have to get up and hit the bathroom or whatever. Then I have a closing picture, all of which BD did for me. So let's see. Anthony got 2 bottles just because. Good idea. Batman says, I'm about to do a Batman challenge tortilla chip. If you're afraid, I might send you. If you're afraid, I might send you one. So say so. I don't want vengeance.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what was that, Rob? I didn't hear you say anything.
I've just finished reading what he said.
I didn't hear it.
He said, I don't want vengeance,
no,
Batman.
I still didn't hear it.
I'm not answering the question because I think the question is actually aimed at you for about to do a challenge with challenge tortilla chips. So that's for you.
Out there in general, I just didn't want you to say the code word.
Code word?
Yeah, you said if you're afraid I might send you one, say so. And then he put in quotes what he wants you to say. And every time you went to say that, I just talked over you so that you didn't actually officially say that.
Oh, I get it. So the phrase was if I want one, just say, okay, I got you. Now I understand.
If you want one, don't say anything. But if you don't want one, say what he wants you to say.
If you're afraid I might send you one, say so. I don't think I want one. No, I don't want one.
Well, he didn't say the phrase Batman, so he's all in.
I don't want vengeance, Batman. If that means that, don't send me one, don't send me one. Okay. Let's see. Rob, where did you get those peanuts on Monday? I kind of want to try them. Eber sent them to me. I guess you can order them online in multiple places. I just chilling, looking around Amazon. All right, I'll be back in a moment. It's going to be the Rev Show for a moment. Can you handle it?
Done it before.
And you'll probably do it again.
All right, it's just us guys. Since Charles and Rob are away, I guess it's time to talk about them. So go ahead and put in the chat there. Anything you want to talk about, Rob or Charles? Go ahead and talk about that. Charles, I believe, is currently taking a nap. And Rob has got an upset stomach from Monday. And thanks to Eber. I know that made Charles's birthday on Monday with the Death Nuts. Definitely made my night a lot brighter. I'm sure it didn't make Rob's night much brighter, or the next day, or the day after that. But you know, I don't know. The way I look at it, you want to make an omelet, sometimes you got to crack an egg, right? Exactly. There you go. I believe I agree with Jared. Yep, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Yep, that's right, Beatty. There's nothing holding me back right now. Let's talk about anything you want. Doesn't matter. It's already, I got 11:44 on my clock, so kid shouldn't be up, right? There's no such thing as time zones where people in other time zones can be watching it and they would be kids. So what the heck? Talk about whatever you want. But no, I mean Batman. If you like Rob, he likes really hot things. So hilarious, Jared. Charles beating his dog for making noise on the live show. Nah, I've been around Charles long enough. Pretty sure he wouldn't do that. But that's
I think Jared's incorrect. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but go ahead.
No, I already read it.
Okay, so Batman, what Rob really meant was he wants 2 or 3 chips. No. No.
No, more
Rev show, party time, excellent.
Yeah, he doesn't want 2 or 3. He wants like 5, 6, 7, or whatever, and then eat them all at one shot.
No.
Says no, but he really means yes.
Batman even says, Jared, no, I like Rob. So, thanks. Thanks a bunch. I appreciate it. Charles is up eating his dog for making noise. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Charles is too nice of a guy to do that. It's Reaper lime tortilla. Huh. That's why you should send him a gift. Batman has already sent me a gift. He sent me a bottle of his wonderful sauce. And with the sauce came some cookies that were absolutely wonderful as well.
What were these? Chocolate chip?
The ones that Batman sent me, yeah. Rob promised to end the all right on time the night you eat those 3 chips on the show?
I'm gonna have to jump in and say I didn't promise anything. I have this weird affliction that every time I promise something, it doesn't happen. I don't know. It's called reptoitis or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's very rare, or it's very common in guys. I don't know. Something about that.
Cannabis chip cookies.
Jared, you make them and ship them off to Rob. I will definitely message him all day, the day of the live stream. Like, you gotta eat them. You ate them by 4, right? Like, you gotta have them done by like 3 o'clock. Don't be waiting until we start this live stream because we don't want the very end getting interesting and then all of a sudden we gotta end it. By the way, I wouldn't end it. I would keep that sucker going until Rob just quit the live stream. That
A friend of mine has a friend in Colorado who's this friend of his makes spiked chocolate chip cookies. And my friend goes down there like 3 times a year and comes back with a couple dozen. Jared, hungry, happy, sleepy. Yeah. I make legit brownies. That's because you live in California.
Jared, not need. It would be very awesome if you sent Batman, me, and Rob a couple of those brownies and we all just went on a live stream. And yeah, Batman's got a great point. He felt nothing on quote edible cookie. I've heard that from not a lot of people, but there's a certain number of people. And they are legit. Like, they went to a dispensary in California, got legit whatever milligram, cookie, brownie, what the heck is the decadose? Those things, stuff like that, and legitimately nothing happened to them. So I've heard that it happens to certain people.
Yeah, and it also has a bit to do with how the cookies are baked. Because THC, once it hits, what is it, 210 degrees, kills the effects of THC. So you need to cook them at 200 or below for a longer period to cook the cookies through so it doesn't deactivate it.
Well, it also depends on, because THC is fat soluble, so you have to, exactly like Jared said, like cook it into butter, and you have to do that prior to doing anything. So like I've heard, take like a crock pot, you put like, a stick of butter or 2 sticks of butter. What was it? 2 sticks of butter, I think. I don't know. Jared said 1/4 ounce to a stick of butter. I've heard like 2 sticks of butter for a whole ounce or something along that lines, and then cook it down overnight, like, a good 8-10 hours, something like that, and then cook it. But not exactly sure. Hey, Charles, you're back, man. Check out what we're talking about again.
I hear. I had to water some of my plants.
I was like, I think Charles went off and like laid down for a second and just took a nap.
Now I would have laid down on the couch.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. I mean, that's just how I would have been.
Well, I can lean back in my seat and fall asleep just like this.
I mean, I'm on the couch. I could do the same thing, but. Hey, Charles, I was just telling Jared, Jared says he makes some really good edible brownies. And I said that would be really funny if he sent one to me and one to Batman and one to Rob. Would you be down with that?
Me eating it?
Yeah, like a few hours before the live stream, and then going on a live stream.
No.
Okay, never mind, Jared.
I mean, that's cool, but I just, no.
I'll do it just to say I did it. That would be hilarious. Especially if it's only me and Batman and it doesn't do anything to Batman. That would be very funny.
I'll watch, but like I said, I just that's just
Oh,
one
I
thing
assume you'd
I got
watch.
into.
I was just wondering if you would partake.
Nah, that's like I said, that's just one thing I never got into. So, and no, I'm not like I get tested the next day because I have got random tested 4 times in a week. One time,
4 times in a week?
well, I was doing other things for other locations, and every the company that I work for, if you're an employee, if you're at that location and they're doing testing, you have to if you're in that location. So, yep. So, no, I don't know risking that.
That's interesting to know, Jared. I was not aware of that. I don't know what decarbolize is, but okay. So, Rob, I decarbolize my product in 230-degree oven for 30 minutes, then make butter. Then I cook the butter in my edibles, and it comes out super potent. That sounds very interesting. I did not know that.
Uh,
Pre-made edibles are weak.
I work for
Hmm?
Jared's asking what company do I work for? Walgreens. So, yep. No, I'm not messing around with that. I need my job. So,
I get to pretend to be the boss. So it's coming up on 11 o'clock. Apparently, Charles doesn't care.
oh, I do. I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. So,
Yeah. Oh, because of my stomach, I haven't gotten hardly any sleep at all this last 2 nights. So I need to go to bed. I was supposed to have the morning off, but something came up with Devon and he needed to switch. So I'll be going in the morning, but then I'll have the afternoon off. That has hot sauce festival, I think, is next week too in New York. I believe you're right. Johnny Scoville said something about it in his video today that he was going to be there in one of the booths this coming weekend or next weekend. My last job was strict about testing. My new one, they don't care as long as you don't do it at work. Yeah, see, that's how I am. I don't care if you enjoy different items away from work, but just don't be buzzing when you come in. And the guys pay attention to that. They don't mind. Why is the screen stuck on rev or is it not stuck on rev?
but mine always does that.
Okay, now I see you. Edie says, I'm definitely going to try and go next year. Cool.
Like I said, if I made any hot sauce festival outside of my state, it would be the one in Anaheim. So I would possibly go to that one. I think the same group that sponsors or does this one in New York does the one in Anaheim too.
Hmm.
We'll see. We'll see what is going on in a few months. I know we have a couple here. They're nowhere near as big, but I'm pretty sure I'll go to those again. I enjoyed the one that was local here yet last year.
Good night, Batman.
Later, Batman. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later, Batman. See you tomorrow. Bat and Bear Show, 10 o'clock p.m.
Rev is going to be the guest.
He says he's going to look that up too.
And Jared said about his last job being strict about testing. I've never had a job that tested me. As a matter of fact, well, I live at the beach. Our Home Depot was according to folklore of the town, the very first Home Depot in history that stopped drug testing because they couldn't get employees. They openly said, "We do not drug test. Please apply." I don't know if that's absolutely true or not, but I didn't apply.
And then the earlier comments, no, I wasn't beating my dog or anything else. It was actually watering plants.
Yeah.
We stuck up for you.
Yeah, I stuck up for you on that one. I said maybe laid down and took a nap, but I definitely don't think he was beating his dog.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure the ones that are still in the tents are going until I can get them out next week, hopefully all of them. I'm almost there.
Not too much longer.
Yeah. Then I need to take inventory on what I really have out there because I have no clue what's out there. I just look at the plants and see which ones look pretty good, and that's the ones I'm putting out there for now.
Well, the strong survive and the weak perish.
I mean, I wouldn't have started them if I didn't want them to begin with. So it's something that I know that I wanted. But I know I have 2 lemon drops out there. I know that one for a fact. So I think I got an orange pineapple. I think that one's out there, I believe.
Every time everybody does these emoticons or emojis or whatever, I can never see them. I just had to like go all like squinty eyed, like I'm old and everything. Oh, it's a dog. Ah, we knew you were joking, Jared. And if anybody didn't think Jared was joking about the dog, they don't know Jared, they don't know Charles, and they don't know this live stream. Bang! Disclaimer. That's a good question. Charles, you growing the chubby ahi pineapple? I didn't know if it was a cross. I don't think I've heard of the chubby ahi pineapple.
Well, ahi mango chubby and ahi mango long. Those are out there. At least I know 4 or 5.
So what, the chubby would just be like a fatter version of the ahi pineapple?
It's a round one, but the other one's like a green bean long pod. Just a traditional ahi looking long pod.
So the chubby would be more like habanero looking, where it's kind of like rounded, but like bigger around, or it looks normal, but it's bigger around.
Let me see if I can find one real quick. It's easier. A picture, it says speak 1,000 words. So I'm trying to describe it.
Yeah, there is, Jared. And yeah, I have a pile of ahi lemons popping up. I got a pile of ahi everything. Sugar Rush, ahi mango, jabito, lemon drop. Missing ahi pineapple.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I need to go. So I'm going to sign off here. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye.
Rob/Z YouTube, Yankee Ace 50 for Minecraft.
Yep. All right. See you later, guys. Thanks for joining us.
This is the chubby.
Later.
See it? And then the one I grew last year was this. Also was the long, which was like this.
I think that was the kind of ahi pineapples that I had.
Personally, I like the chubby ones better because I got the chubby one as far as to taste it through Batman. He sent me some, and I actually like the. I don't know, maybe it was a little bit different, but I like the way the chubbier ones tasted.
And BD Beats, I never actually got around to trying the Daisy Cutter. I dehydrated a whole pile of them.
I
With the
tried the Daisy
intention.
Cutter. Daisy Cutter's hot, very
Yeah,
hot.
that's what I heard. I've heard that from a lot of people, and that's why I was like, maybe I'm not going to do a pod test on that. But I dehydrated a bunch of them with the intention of just grinding them up and making a powder, but which I still may do. But no, I don't think your lemon drops came from me, Jared. Pretty sure I didn't. I don't think I think I only had a few lemon drop seeds that Dave sent me. I grew a couple. My white dog ate them, and the rest of the seeds I put them into the ground, and I never got anything from them because I've never actually got a lemon drop pod, period, ever. Till this year. I'm going to this year.
I got a ton of pineapples last year.
Yeah, I had a bunch of pineapple 2 years ago, and they were really, really good.
Then Sugar Rush
Yeah.
and the ahi mangoes. I think that's all I grew ahi wise. The Sugar Rush, ahi pineapple, and ahi mango. Hmm. Yeah, and the MA Wartrex is hot as hell too.
I've tried that. I've
That's hot
tried
as hell.
two different phenotypes that came off the same plant. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong, Jared. Maybe I did send them to you. Oh, wait. Yeah, you won. Didn't I do a seed giveaway and you were one of the winners? Yeah, because if that's the case, then yeah, maybe I did. Maybe that's why I only had so many seeds to go with the next year, and I put them all down and none came back up. But Rob sent me some seeds, and those ones, a bunch of them popped up this year. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Oh, yeah, okay, maybe I'm wrong then. My bad. Usually, if I didn't actually, grow the plant out and get seeds, I don't send seeds out. So, yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah. So if they came from me, then those are technically from Dave because Dave gave them to me. Actually, I kind of do remember that. I think I was getting cocky where I was like, I already got a couple plants up. I'm gonna make these suckers grow, and then my dog ate them. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, and I'm sure they germinated good, but I gotta reevaluate the way I've been germinating seeds because last year I put like 1,000 seeds down and got like 30. And this year I went way lighter. I don't know. I have to go double check my notes, but it was way better this year. But I didn't put down 1,000 seeds or anything like that. But I put down a good amount, and I got a good amount back, but not nearly as many as seeds that I put down.
They usually stay around 90%.
I was definitely way better than last year. I got like 36 or 40 or something like that last year out of like 1,000. This year I probably put down maybe 100 and got like 40. So that's not that bad. That's
Yeah.
only 40%, but still better than the year before. So
Mine's real simple too. I don't do anything special. I just start with good soil. So I use Ocean Forest from Fox Farms. Um, then just put it in the 72 cell trays, put it in a 10-20 tray, fill, and then make sure it's with water. Put it underneath an LED shop light and have the little humidity dome on it and just wait. When they start popping up, take the humidity dome off, and then after a little bit, just fill the bottom tray with water and let them go from the bottom, and they always do well.
I noticed this year that I was way over watering my seeds. So I was the video that Dave put out like in January or February, something like that, where he was talking about like you don't need a lot of water. It was that one where I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I think I'm totally screwing up. And I went over and I dumped all the water out, and they were on a seed warming tray. I
Mm,
dumped all the water out and waited a day, and more water came out of the soil, and I dumped all that out and just took it from there, and seeds started popping like crazy. So I think I was probably overwatering.
yeah, I didn't use any heat mats this year. Last year I
That's
used heat mats, and this year no heat mats.
Yeah, that's the way I'm going next year. No seed mats at all. Put them on a kitchen counter, let them do their thing.
I mean, your time is longer because I mean, when it's warmer, what have you, usually it's 7 to 13, 14 days. Some could take a little bit longer. Even once you have them in those 72 cell trays, it may take a little bit longer since there's no heat mat. But yeah, they'll eventually pop.
Yeah, and BD Beats, I that's another thing I noticed this year. When I didn't utilize the actual 72 cell tray, but I used the tray itself, and then I used like I think it was 12-pack planters, three of them, so only 36. Those ones had a lot harder of a time popping up, even though I got a bunch of them to pop up. But when I took a double cup method and put a Ziploc baggie over the top, almost every single one of those popped up. I can't remember. No, there's one that I have sitting over there. I don't know what it is, but that's been there since the beginning of February, and it still has not popped. That's the only one that didn't have every single one pop, and that one had none of them pop. So I think that'll be the way I go next year. Which I like that method. I like having like 4 or 5 seeds popping up in a double cup. You wait until they get big enough, and you just do the transplant method, and bang.
Next year, I'm starting them later, even later than I started this year.
I
They,
kind of started,
they just grow too quick.
yeah.
So, like I said, for me, I'm gonna start them later.
What's up, Alex?
Yeah.
Um, this year I was pretty late too, but I started the beginning of February. Normally I start like 3 days after New Year's.
Yeah, that's when I started. Minus the a handful that I already started for the contest and all that other, but yeah, definitely start later.
Yeah, BD wants to know, wouldn't you get more peppers starting earlier, Charlie? Charles?
Or what?
Starting your peppers early. But I believe what Charles is saying is they get too big too quick inside, take up too much room, and they need to get outside like ASAP.
Yeah, kind of like Dave's video.
Yep.
Or like mine. I mean, there's just too many plants. Don't do what I did in that 4x8 tent. It looks cool on video, but don't do that because they're struggling for light. They all look like vines. They look cool because there's a canopy, but they, like Dave was talking about, the separation from the no all everything. There's too much spacing because they're all trying to reach. They're trying to get ahead of the other plants that are next to it to get the light, and they just uh, put too much shade on a bunch of them. A lot of them look like crap. They start growing funny ways, and like I said, a lot of them grew like vines. They grew low to get up here, and they're intertwined between other plants and all that. So, yeah, not doing that. And plus, the other thing is, I'm not using those little 3-inch containers next year either. I've came to the conclusion I don't like them so much. The ones that fit in 10, 20 trays, a bunch of them, 18 a time. I know you saw a bunch of people use them. I don't like those so much. So next year I'm coming out with another system. I want to work on something else. I'm going to do the double cups on a bunch of them and just kind of space my grow out so I can manage so many plants to make sure they're doing right or something. I don't know what I'm going to do totally, but something to that effect. Make a decision. I'm going to grow this many plants too. Because anything over 100 plants is a hell of a lot of work. It looks cool on all these videos, and you see PLC members and everything going, "Oh, look! Oh, that's awesome! That'd be a great thing to do." It's a lot of damn work to do all these peppers. I mean, it really is. And like I said, like people like Dave and Batman and Jay and you know, there's countless others who do all these damn plants and everything. It's just crazy to, especially Dave. If you watch the last video from Dave, his house is just insane with that many damn plants. And like I said, for me to manage what I have it's been a lot. I mean, I've had no time to do hardly a lot of other things because you're dealing with plants all the time. Because I mean, they take maintenance. I mean, if you want them to die, they'll die, but you do have to maintain them. I mean, and if you want them to do right and everything else.
Yeah.
And when you get them outside, that's even if you're doing container garden like I am. Believe me, that's work. Every day, come home from work, shovel in containers full of dirt, make sure everything's, you put your amendments or whatever you want to do, add on a few things. Like for me, I put worm casting, kelp meal, bone meal, and azomite in those, do a mix. So I have a mix that I already have mixed together, throw that in there, and then doing all this other. And then if you have these large amount of plants that are in containers, you need a way to water them. Of course, you got to do drip. Drip's easy, but you got to set everything up first. And then you got to do your spacing and get all this stuff. I mean, if you're doing in-ground, it's different. But still, even doing in-ground, you go dig up 200 holes and plant all these plants. That's a lot of work, especially if you're doing it by yourself. If you have family members, wife, kids, whatever else, maybe, yeah, that may be a little bit different. But, if you're doing it by yourself, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of work. And then it's just like me. I mean, hell, it's messing with my air conditioning system in the house because with the room I allotted for the grow tent is too damn humid, and there's no way to get it out. And the thermostat and everything else is all out of whack because it sees so much high humidity. Because a couple hundred plants in a room, it just puts off a god awful amount of moisture and stuff because they perspire all the time. So it's just crazy. It's just a lot of stuff. So next year, everything's in the garage for me. No more in the house tents. Everything's gonna be in the garage. So that's the way I'm going. So everything in the garage, nothing in the rooms, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I only have like 30 to 40 plants, but that's a lot of work right there in itself. I can't
Well,
imagine like
I mean, like,
150 or more.
yeah, but you're not even. I mean, even like looking at the big picture, to because I mean, last year, what another thing I did is I let them get too damn big. I mean, that's cool to see, 6 foot plants or whatever. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, but if you go and you have a well groomed or maintained plant that's just 3 or 4 foot tall, 3 or 4 foot wide, that's cool because the canopy and all the peppers and everything else. It's cool to have big plants, but that's what I'm doing this year. I'm pruning everything. Everything's going to be a certain size, and that's the way I'm going to go about it. And then when you go for even harvesting, just look at Jay and all them others. Just the wheelbarrows and everything else, and have all the little containers. And you're spending all day. All you're doing is picking, and make sure if you're trying to separate everything, what it is. If you don't care, just throw it in there. That's fine. But if you're going to start doing powder blends or sauce or whatever else, you need to make sure you have everything kind of easily readily available right to you. So it's like I just grab a bag and it's Scotch Brains, or I grab a bag and it's this, or however you do them. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of work. I mean, I said I would do it just to see, because I thought it was funny, not funny, but I'm using this grow big or grow home thing or whatever else, and I committed myself to it after last season. I was like, well, I'm going to do this year. Of course, next year would be different because everything would be set up. I'm just amending pots and uh, everything else. So next year, it'll probably be a little bit easier than it is this year, but this year, trying to get everything set up, getting all the plants out, dealing with, it's not cold weather, but bad weather. Like I have like the weekends off or whatever to do something. Every damn time it rains. Guess what it's going to do Saturday? Rain. What is it going to do Sunday? For the most part of the morning, rain. So it's just like you're trying to get everything done, and you have all these obstacles to go through. And you see that through a lot of the PLC members. The cold, the rain, the this happened, that happened. It's just a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
it's rewarding. So, but it's just a lot of work.
yeah, over here, every time it's like 60 or above, it's raining. And it's like, all right, it's warm. I can go do things. And you walk outside and it just downpours. And you're like, what the heck? And I come back inside. Then the next day, it's like down in the 40s. And it's, sunny. And, you could go do whatever you want. It's like upper 30s or low 40s. I'm like, what the heck? And can't we have a reversal? Like when it's 40, I don't want to be outside. So can we just have the rain then? And then when it's 60 or 70, like, can we just have a nice, awesome day? And that's
Yeah.
been one of my big problems.
So, yep. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just, just, I just think if everything kind of looks halfway decent like it did last year, I just the picture's gonna be funny as hell to look at my videos and pictures of this many plants on the side of a house. That's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be amusing. And then you gotta find out, well, not find out, but what you do with all of them, you know. So I mean, I finally went through the majority of mine from last season, but it's that's still a lot. I mean, I harvested 4 or 5 thousand peppers last year, at least minimum. I don't know. That's just an estimate. Because I mean, I had if you just went with my contest plants, I had 289 on my Sugar Rush peach. My other Sugar Rush peach put almost the same amount because I was keeping track of the non-contestant. So say 500 for Sugar Rush. Um, I had 186 or 189 for my Bohemian Goat. My non-contestant Bohemian Goat was pretty close to it. So that's another 400. So that's 1,000 pods on 4 plants. So then I had 80 on my Jay's Peach Go Scorpion, and of course my contest Reaper was nothing. But then you go with my Ahi Pineapple, the mangoes, all the other ones I had in there. I guarantee it, because like I said, I had 1,000 on probably 5 plants. So it's easy 4 or 5 thousand peppers, easy. I mean that's just being generous as far as a number. And then I threw away about 1,000 or two because stink bugs and those leaf-footed bugs. So just insects and bugs and nature in general. Oh, pepper weevils. I had pepper weevils, a few of them. So you have all these things, and it just, yep, it's a lot. So I did 56 plants last year. I'm doing 160 this year. So if it comes out to that total, I don't know. And a lot of the plants that I selected this year were known for their crazy production. A lot of the habanero types. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll be selling single flat rate boxes this upcoming season. Just an FYI. So if you're interested in fresh pods, once I get them going, that will be available for you. If they don't sell, they may just be given away. But we're gonna try the selling route first.
Send a few super hots to Rob here and there, and
yeah, well, that's a given.
just try this on the live stream, but don't open it until the live stream starts.
Yeah, and I do trade as well. So I like to trade box for box, sauce for sauce, whatever it is. I like to do that as well. Because I mean, that's another thing is if you're looking for seeds, buying a flat rate box, small flat rate box from someone is the best deal you'll ever get. Even if so it's $18, just say 20. So say that you could fit 20 peppers in a box. Generally, that's what it is. So they give you 20 different peppers. You're paying $1 for whatever the seeds might be. But the good thing is that you get to actually try it before you grow it. So you know what the hell it is. So it's like you're getting a taste test. So it's like a twofer. You're getting the seeds out of the pepper, and you get to try it. So you see if you really want it or not. So if you just do all this stuff here, you say, "Oh, they said it tastes like this or it's like that." How do you know? You may not even like the thing, and you're growing, and you started it in January or whatever, and you've grown it for 3 or 4 months, and you don't even like the damn thing.
Yep. What's up, Gage?
Hey, Gage. We're just going on Charles is going on a rant. Just, I don't know, he's tired from work and filling 5-gallon fabric pots after work.
Oh, ran away, man. That's less I gotta talk.
So anyway, yeah, but I think that's a good way to go about things. So When you see this year in the PLC marketplace or whatever else, if people selling boxes of pods, that's a good deal. Because like I said, if you go and buy from a place, you know you're gonna spend $4 or $5 for a pack of seeds. So 4 varieties, that's all you're gonna get for $20 plus shipping. If you do a single flat rate box from someone on PLC, you'll have up to, like I said, anywhere from 10 to 20 varieties in there minimum. So you figure you get that many seeds from every one, that's just a hell of a deal to do for the same cost, for like $18. And like I said, you get to try it.
Which is
Page
good as
103. 103 is what I'm up to right now. 66 more to go, maybe, if I have enough dirt.
yeah, and that's a really good way to go about it too. Like you said, you get to try it before you actually grow it. So if you don't like it, what's the point of growing it? Or if you don't, if you try it and you're like, I can't think of any way that I could use that, then why grow it? Whereas if you try it and you're like, that would be great in a sauce, or that would be great as a powder mixed with this or whatever, then you got a good motivation.
Yeah. And you can always have them for trade too. So if you don't like it, you have something to trade somebody. Somebody might like it. So if you don't like super hots or whatever it might be, or something that tastes earthy or whatever it is, then just trade it, and then trade for something. I mean, you may have something that to someone is like, what the heck they've been looking for forever. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe you got this. And they'll trade you all kinds of stuff that are commons, quote unquote commons, or whatever it is. And you can get all kinds of things if you're looking for those things. So,
Yeah, that's the way to do it, Gage. Did a lot last year, bought pods, and kept seeds from the ones I liked. Well, keep all the seeds, but like Charles said, trade the seeds you don't from the pods you don't like to other people that will give you seeds to pods that you do like.
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm finally it's getting closer to the end. So I've been averaging 12 a day. So tomorrow I'm gonna do 12 more. Pepperpod Todd is out of commission. He's having issues after the Death Nut Challenge. So he informed us when the live stream begun that he might have to leave. So, yeah, he's not doing well. Russ was saying he just got over his. So both were not feeling up to par after the Death Nut Challenge.
So keep that in mind if you are gonna try the Death Nut Challenge.
Yep. So we shall see. I may not be very good after trying that pod that Gage is going to send. So yeah, there's no more Death Nut challenges for Rob.
Yeah, even though we all wanted them to try the last two windows.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to come up with some more creative challenges for Rob. that are, I don't know. We'll have to think on that. Think on that.
Yeah, BD, they seem pretty hot when Russ was trying them, but we'll never know with Rob.
Yeah. Now I do want Rob Blumberg to do a video to see how he reacts to all those, because he should be getting his, or already he already received it. Maybe he's already received it from Eber. So
I I don't know how Rob's gonna do the Reaper. We'll have to wait and see that one.
yeah,
But that's only one pod. I mean, we're talking about multiple nuts with the death nuts, so I'm sure Rob would be fine with the single Reaper versus the multiple death nuts.
and like I said, for me, for pods, fresh pods, I'm not doing more than half. I'm just that's a FYI. I'm not trying to make myself out to being anything I'm not. And I'm not doing more than half a pod. Like Dave said on that one live stream, if you can't have a taste and see how the pod is on half the pod, then there's something wrong. You don't have to do a whole pod to see how this thing is. You'll know if you split it directly down the middle, you know, top to bottom. You'll if you eat the whole half, you'll know how hot it is.
Yeah, I agree. That's where I'm at too. After the first year where I was doing a whole pot of everything, Dave mentioned that, and I was like, yeah, next year that's the way I'm gonna go.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm no hero, so definitely not doing a whole pot of. I mean, like if it's a sugar rush or something like that, then yeah,
Yeah,
whatever, I'll do the whole pod.
yeah,
But if it's like a ghost or above, no.
yeah. And Anthony saying he might want some seeds from that cool pod gauge. I may have that pod to test. I'll sell it the seeds for $1 a seed. So just get a hold of me and I'll sell them for $1 a seed. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that.
And Beatty, I believe you're talking about the chocolate bootla that Charles did.
So far, I've done as far as on this live stream. I did King Star White Tie, I think. That Uchu cream, the sriracha, the SLP chocolate bootleg from Scott, and then I did my Purple Ghost Scorpion from Mojo. By far, the Purple Ghost Scorpion from Mojo was the worst. That's just what I'm saying. That one was the worst that I've had on the live stream so far.
Later, Bernie.
Later, Bernie. So yeah, that one was pretty hot. It's got a lot of pods on it now, so I'm just waiting for them to get a little bit bigger and ripen again with that Purple Ghost Scorpion. I still haven't tried that Kathumbi. It's just weird seeing that all black pod. It's just weird. I don't know. Maybe it's done. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try one Friday. See how it is.
Sounds good. Maybe you should send one to Todd. Maybe he'd like to try one too.
The Kathumbi or the Purple Ghost Scorpion?
Purple Ghost Scorpion.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You want to have killing Todd on your conscience?
That one really hit me hard. I mean, I don't know where it is as far as a ranking, but that thing, I swear to God, felt like somebody jabbed me in the throat. I mean, it just like I don't know. You may have been there. Like I said, that was the first one I mean, the only other one that I had a really bad experience with was my 7-pot caramel brain strain. That one uh, that one did a number on me as well. But of course, that was a I don't know. Let's see if I can find a picture of this thing. You'll understand why when you see this.
What was it? What brain strain?
7-pot caramel brain strain.
Yeah. Brain strains in general are no joke. That's the one pepper that really knocked me on my rear. I thought I was Superman, and then next thing you know, that one knocked me down. And by Superman, I don't mean like I can handle anything. No, they were all taking their effect on me, but that brain strain took me to a whole different level.
So that was it. Didn't that look appetizing?
No, that thing looks scary.
You see the placenta on it?
It's almost all placenta. The only parts that aren't placenta are seed. And there's oil everywhere.
Yeah. It was up there.
Biddy wants to know, is there any nice flavor caramel pod? They all seem pretty brutal. I don't know.
Hmm.
I have no, it was chocolate brain, no, caramel brain strain. I did not even attempt to try that one. No, I don't think I've had a caramel ghost or anything like that.
No.
Looks like a damn capsicum cave. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. What's up? Blumberg's back.
Did I mention I did eat that at work?
What's that?
I did eat that one at work with tacos.
Oof. Ow.
I mean, I usually generally eat the peppers at work. Is just I know the people around me and they think I'm crazy as it is, and then if something goes wrong, at least I'll have employees who can hopefully they could find help and get me somewhere where may need attention. So, yeah, I generally eat them kind of in the morning, like 10ish. Yeah, I know it's not the wisest thing, but this year I'll probably do them here because I get this little get up finally set up here, so I can actually do it in front of this camera. Actually, after I figured it out, I actually asked Gage for help the other day because I couldn't figure out this stupid camera thing. I was like trying to make that video for that Dev Random or whatever, and it kept on going to this other webcam. So I just disabled the webcam that's on the laptop, so it would only read the other webcam I have, the good one. So I was getting pissed because I was like, man, I'm trying to hurry and do this taste test review before the live stream. I'm like, the rate I'm going, I'm in everywhere. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a few of them. Hopefully, I'll have the riffs ripen up soon. I really want to try that griff. The Griff 9234 or whatever the hell that number is. They're still all purple, so they They turn red when ripened, so hopefully they'll ripen soon. Then I am looking forward to that peach lightning habanero. I have a few pods on that already, so the lightning habanero I was looking forward to as well.
I don't think I have anything I'm looking forward to except for just every ahi.
Yeah. Well, that and also the bear beret coffee brown. I'm really looking forward to that one. That's the Ethiopian pepper, or they call it the Ethiopian brown. So looking forward to seeing how that one tastes. Um, I'm I'm really like also Rob's yellow jacket. If I can get that going and trying some pods, fresh pods from that yellow jacket, that'd be another one.
Oh yeah, Blumberg, the Kangstar white tie. I put down four, and two of them popped up this morning. Or actually, I think one popped up yesterday. One popped up this morning. So I hope the next two will be popping up here real shortly. But I already have the leaves popping, so
Oh, also this year is going to be different because since I have the live stream at my disposal, I'm going to try peppers on the live stream. So if I have a variety, I'm going to try it. So yeah, we'll just go that route. Third to a half, quarter to a half, or whatever, and then go from there.
what's up, Susie?
Hey, Susie. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I don't know how
Showing up,
much.
going to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to bed fairly soon.
Well, whenever you feel like it, you call it.
Okay.
I assume Rob's talking to me. The not sriracha. The no, I didn't plant the other one though. I was trying to remember exactly which one it was. It was the such a common name.
In revs up.
No, it's right here. It's in my seed drawer. Oh, Tabasco. No, I didn't plant the Tabasco yet. I just did the Kangstar.
Which is a very good pod.
Well, I didn't want to plant either one, but I'm also just late. I don't like planting this late because I know it's going to take until like August before I start getting pods, just because of the amount of light that we have around here. So I figured with the Kangstar white tie, that's going to pop off tons of pods. And I know the Tabasco will do the same, but I figure I'll give it a good shake next year. That way I'll start it normal time. And by the time, I take them outside, they should be popping off pods like crazy. Be so
Well,
much.
oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say it'd be so much easier if we had like 9 months of summer here.
Yeah. Well, lately for me, like all my plants are getting the leaves taken away from the wind. It's been so damn windy here. But like I said, they're just getting topped. So some of them really look, well, they don't look the greatest, but they're going to bounce back, make it through it all right. I think Charles has had it for today. I've done a lot. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, but everybody in the chat, but I'm tired.
Did how many plants today?
Another 12.
Good enough reason right there. You got to get enough sleep so you can get up and do another 12 tomorrow.
After 10 hours of work.
Yep.
This should be fun. Well, tomorrow I don't know if I'm gonna. Well, I'm trying to debate between that or roll down some of that more of that landscape fabric and start spacing them out. I don't know. It's a tough call.
That might be the better way to do it. That way you've already got it done, and that way you can just carry on with more and more plants.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide I'm doing. I think I'll probably do the landscape fabric and move some plants over. That's a good thing about those. Well, the newer ones that I have, those, especially the 5 gallons, they have the handles. Those handles are great because you could just do two at a time and lug them over. Or if you have a cart like I do, you could just all pile them all in there. But it's pretty cool with those handles. But anyway, I'm Charles Space P. You can catch me here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll be on Google Plus as always. Sorry, I'm not responding or commenting to a lot of things. I am plus oneing, but I'm not commenting as much as I normally have in the past. Sorry. If any of you have videos that I haven't watched, I'm sorry. I'm way behind on videos. Um, Still have sauces available. A couple are really low at Pepper Lovers Marketplace. Check that out. I have some, like I said, just message me if you're interested. Check out my YouTube channel. Be weekly updates, hopefully, maybe a little bit longer sometime than weekly. And like I said, be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tomorrow I'll be in the chat with Bat and Bear Show. So,
Starting at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern.
yep.
Yeah, and I will be over there on that chat as well. So make sure to check that out. Check out all the other live streams. Crazy Kimberlin, haven't seen a live stream from him for a while, but he should be popping up with one or two sometime soon. Brando's on Saturday. Like we said, Bat and Bear on Thursday. We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Raymond's on Tuesday. Rob's interspersed on his Yankee Ace 50 all over the place.
Tuesday and Thursday.
I think it's every single day he's not on here.
No, it is. Oh.
I think so. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll get more clarification from him on Friday. But yeah, check him out. Yankees 50, Rob Space Z, ROBB Space Z. And yeah, that was it. Yeah. Oh, and later B2B, later Anthony, everybody else that's left in the chat. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Catch y'all later. And yeah, that was it. That was extra long live stream tonight. So there you go. Tuesday, Thursday,
and Saturday. And you're welcome again, Rob Blumberg.
Hey, look at that. Rob's in the chat. So if you're still in the chat, make sure you put into the chat, good night to Rob Z. So give him a hope you feel better kind of message. So from all the crap we put him through on Monday with the Death Nut Challenge. Especially if you loved it and were laughing along. You definitely got to give him a sorry, Rob. So, but anyway, yeah, Charles has to get to sleep. So thank you, Anthony. I agree. Charles is always great. And Rob. But yeah, we were live. It was awesome. Love y'all. We'll catch y'all on Friday, or we will catch you in the chat tomorrow night on the Bat and Bear Show. So catch y'all then. See you later.
Later.